Wow. Come on, start.
Yo, Paulie!
Particles.
Can I tell you something, Tony?
Don't pretend like I got a choice. Particles.
Yo, Paulie! Here we go. Here we go.
Okay, party people, how we feeling? It is Friday. We are ready to kick off Tony, what I'm calling a holiday weekend because it is a holiday weekend. We have Memorial Day. Dude, you know what? That's the kind of Madonna that I love. I love that.
Just a holiday.
Dude, give me a freaking Lucky Star. Give me a Borderline. Give me a Like a Virgin. Tony, the ballad from Vision Quest.
Ballad. Crazy for you.
I'm crazy for you. Nope.
Pop.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I got no problem with early Material Girl. Anyway, we have a holiday weekend, Memorial Day on Monday. So before we get started today, I want to do a quick look at the schedule next week because it's going to be a little wacky. So for starters, again, I'm out of town next week. So I will be doing a show on Thursday from Washington, D.C., the nation's capital. That'll be the day after my Springsteen show, Wednesday night. Now, Creative Tony, I'm here with an inquisitive nature today. And I'm going to ask you, what is your schedule going to be next week when I'm out? I know we're only doing a couple of shows next week, so I'm with you Thursday. When else will you delight the audience with your stylings, your comedy, and your sports takes?
First of all, Paul, stand by. Oh, that's great.
Good day, everyone.
There we go. Stand by. And then,
dude, yeah.
I'm going to refer to myself in the third person here.
Tony.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hey.
Right. Okay.
Hey, Tony.
Yeah.
Tony. I will do a Tuesday night flight. We got Giants, D-backs, 6:45. I will go live after Giants, D-backs. As it's ending, we will go live, okay? So that is the plan for Tuesday night flight. Tuesday night. I'll show up with particulars on Tuesday on our socials about if there's a time change, but I don't think there will be. I'm planning to go maybe right as the Giants game ends on Tuesday night. We got a 6:45 first pitch. Tuesday night flight. Okay, Paulie, because then you're back with me on Thursday, and it's going to be a double shot week for us next week.
Yeah, it's kind of a little holiday week for all of us. So hope you guys enjoy your long weekend, but we're going to send you into it with one final PMP show right here, right now. So, Tony, big things going on in the sports world we're going to get into. We also have the good friend of ours, Jeff Faust from the Freestone Peaches. He is going to be our esteemed music assignment sponsor. He's our guest sponsor today. Thank you. And the additional support provided by the great Carlos De La Fuente, Los D, who is a sneaky, Los D comes fast and furious with his sports takes. He's always got something to say about the Giants, always got something to say about the San Francisco 49ers, but he's becoming, Tony, a sneaky, rather big music fan too. I don't know if it's the association with the PMP show, but he's got a lot of musical takes. So Carlos is involved in this today too. So thank you for setting up Jeff, Los. We appreciate that. And Jeff is going to be awesome. Jeff, I was just going to say, like Creative Tony, Jeff is a bass player, and he's got this crazy ass bass that he rigged up to sound like Barry Oakley, the old Allman Brothers bass player who passed away. So anyway, today's assignment is all about the bass guitar, songs that feature the bass prominently, or your favorite bass lines, whatever. It's a very interesting assignment, and I'm curious to see where it goes today. How are you feeling, Creative Tony, on a Friday?
I feel great, man. It's a happy Friday. I'm on my way to Half Moon Bay after the show. We got a baseball tournament in Half Moon Bay. We've been doing this. This is our 5th year at this tournament. It's super fun. It's like a staycation. The whole team stays out at the Half Moon Bay Lodge, and the fields are right there by the coast. And we just kind of take over the southern Half Moon Bay region for a weekend. And
it's like when Led Zeppelin used to go into Los Angeles and just take over the Hyatt House, that famous hotel. That's and then like John Bonham would be driving his Harley Davidson down the freaking hall. Is that what's going on at this takeover? Like, because the kids will be running around playing PlayStation all night or whatever. The adults, I'm predicting some hijinks. I'm predicting cocktails all night. Like, what goes on with a little league staycation? I'm very curious.
The underrated hang in Half Moon Bay is a sunset cocktail at the Ritz in Half Moon Bay with the bagpipes live playing as the sun goes down behind the 18th green. So that's where I'm headed first.
Dude, stop right there. Stop. Yeah. Let's pause, dude. You're going to the Ritz in Half Moon Bay.
I'm not staying at the Ritz. I'm just saying I'm going to the Ritz for a sunset, probably Negroni, with bagpipes playing. Every Friday they do this. They have a bagpipe player that plays bagpipes while the sun goes down. I think it's actually pre-sunset. It's around 5:30. And by the way, I looked at the forecast for Half Moon Bay. It's like high of 60 all week.
Beautiful. No, perfect. Dude, I love it down there. I freaking love that Ritz in Half Moon Bay. Remember, we used to have some golf tournaments down there. I think we had a KNBR client golf tournament down there a couple of times back in the day. And we had that one KNBR party. That's where we were partying with Joe Buck, dude. Was at that Ritz at Half Moon Bay. We had a big party years ago, and we all got hammered. I'm talking across the board. That's back when it was fun, dude. When everything was, we were all having a good time.
Oh my God, that was
Joe
so much
Buck,
fun. Yes,
Brent Jones.
Buck,
It was crazy, dude. What a great party that was. And then the next morning, I was one of those mornings, Tony, I woke up and had to do a show, and I was still half in the bag while I was doing the show.
Those are fun, man. Those are the Wild West shows where you just like, hey, all bets are off. Who knows what's going to happen?
Totally.
I'd be lying if I didn't, have a couple of those early morning games where I might still be a little
electrified.
Because Coach Gary and I, what's up, Gary? He and I would sit in the lobby of this hotel with bourbon and make the lineup for the game the next day. We'll probably do the same thing tonight. We have 1 game Saturday, 2 games Sunday. But also, man, I got to shout out my buddy Mark Wiseman. Your mom is cool. He has been begging for 4 years now to put on the hotel robes and go walk the whole, because we're the lodge that we're on is that we're at is on a golf course.
Nice.
And so he just wants to walk one of the golf holes in our robes at midnight. So I think that because this is our last year doing Half Moon Bay, your mom is cool. You see him on the chat. We're gonna do a stroll in our robes, and I'll get, of course, photographic footage of this, and do a stroll with probably something in hand, and it'll be a great weekend for all of us, man. I hope all y'all are doing something fun. This is like, this feels to me like the kickoff of summer, not the 4th of July.
100% is. I don't care. Look, Tony, you just hit the nail on the head. As far as I'm concerned, this is the beginning of summer. I don't care what the calendar or summer solstice or whatever. Dude, Memorial Day is when summer kicks off. I mean, I'm standing by that, dude. And I'm very excited to be traveling next week. In fact,
well, real quick, I noticed Pine Needle was talking about $10,000 travel ball. Pine Needle, that's the beauty of me and my guy Gary and Ty and Keenan. We coach this team. We don't make a dime, and we charge the parents. They only pay for uniforms and tournament fees, and it's the most inexpensive we could make it. And we also get to pick and choose when and where we play, Paulie. So we're not playing in these godforsaken regions where it's 105. And
I've done that. Yeah, it's not pleasant. Yeah, I've done that.
So we'll do like Tahoe, Santa Barbara, Half Moon Bay. Like, we'll pick our spots, man. So I hear you on the travel thing. And by the way, those days are probably coming for me for Dom as he gets older, and I'm not coaching him anymore. So I'm soaking this all up, Paulie. Soaking it all up.
No, it's good. And there's a tinge of sadness when your kid outgrows the little league thing, because once they get to high school, it's if they start living their lives essentially, and the parents are kind of left in the dust, except buy me this, buy me that. I need new clothes. I need a new phone, et cetera, et cetera. You'll keep on paying for stuff. Don't get me wrong.
Dude, that's so funny you mentioned that, Paulie, because Dom wants this Dad, can I get a dual suspension bike, Dad? I'm like, what?
Well, I don't even know what that is. What's a dual?
Do your homework on a dual suspension bike.
I don't even know what
We're talking 3K, bro. We're talking 3K. I'm like, you want a 3K bike? You better get your ass working. You better do the chores. Now he umpires for Little League for AAA, and so he's making money to umpire. He umped last night. And I'm like, dude, you better get your ass working, because we are not just shelling out $3K for a dual suspension.
Let me tell you what's going to happen right now. I'll just tell you exactly how this is going to unfold. He's going to keep the full court press on Creative Tony. Dad, I need this bike. It's dual suspension, whatever the hell that means. Keep it. Dad, I need this bike. I need this bike. Yeah. You're going to finally break down. You're going to get sick of it. Fine. Go buy the goddamn bike. He's going to have the bike. He'll use it once, maybe twice, 3 times tops. Then it's just going to be in the garage. You'll see. I went through the bike phase where it was like a couple of weekends. Dad, let's go riding bikes. I'm like, yeah, all right, we'll ride bikes. And then they're still sitting in the garage. So be prepared.
This is why I love the P&P Familia, Paulie. We've got Miriam who says $3K if you're lucky. Yeah. We've got Stevie B who says, I paid $3K for a Toyota Corolla in 2020.
Out of voice, Stevie B. Buying cars for the amount of money. This guy, Stevie B's buying cars for the same price. Yeah. Your kid wants a bicycle. In cars. And then we got Andrew, our guy from Long Bridge Pizza, who lives and resides on the West Shore of Tahoe. He says he's got Dom covered with suspension bikes if he needs one when we come and visit Tahoe. So we're covered, man. We're covered. But hey, when I take out a small loan, Paulie, for a dual suspension bike, yeah. Okay? You know what we should do, dude? Let's go look for a bicycle shop endorsement. Maybe we can work something out. You know what I mean? Couple spots here, couple spots there. How about I walk out here with a bicycle? You never know. I think there's a place in San Rafael. I don't even know if it's still there, but we got our bikes up here at a place called, ready for the title? Mike's Bikes. Swear to God.
Yeah, I know Mike's Bikes. Yeah, I know Mike's Bikes.
Dude, Mike's Bikes. You know who else owns a freaking bicycle shop? I'm pretty sure. And I think it's in Sausalito, is the great Sammy Hagar. I think that's one of Sammy Hagar.
Dude, Hagar's got his hands in everything. He's selling health supplements now, dude. The Red Rocker pills, dude. I just saw this ad I swear to God, the Red Rocker pills, man. They're like supplement pills. I swear to God. I saw this on Instagram yesterday.
God bless him. Listen, at the end of the freaking day, I got no problem with Hagar. I just don't want him intermixing and mingling with the Van Halen boys. I like my Van Halen with Dave, but I love the Montrose record. The first one's a classic, and he had a lot of great solo stuff. And beyond that, Sammy's just a good dude. He's very visible in the Bay Area. He also splits time. He's in Hawaii half the year. And he's a cool cat, but Tony's right. He's got so many business ventures, and one of them is a bicycle shop in Sausalito, as far as I know. What's this? Oh, my God.
There's the Red Rocker Essentials, dude. And by the way, the guy's 76 years old and just looking phenomenal and sounding and getting around phenomenal. So
shout out to Sammy Hagar. Shout out to Sammy Hagar's flowing curls, dude, at the age of 76 or whatever he is. The guy's got a rock star head of hair. I don't know if I'll be lining up to take the Red Rocker Energy. Maybe he can sponsor our show. Paulie Mack here for Red Rocker Supplements. Let me tell you about these things, Tony. You know what I mean? And what do? Make you energetic or muscle tone? What are these things doing for me?
I have no idea, man. But they're looking at Sammy and the way he lives and how he's just happy and he's healthy. And they're like, you know what, dude? Whatever you take every day, let's bottle it and sell it. And I guarantee you, I'd be lying if I didn't think about buying it myself, Paulie. Because I'm thinking about how Sammy is just a happy, footloose, and fancy free. The guy, I'm like Sammy Hagar, dude. He doesn't like pants and he doesn't like shoes. So
apparently there's a funny story I heard Bob Weir tell years ago because Bobby and Sammy were literally neighbors up on Mount Tam, and they would get together and hang out, maybe twist a few up, have a couple cocktails. Yep. And apparently one night, many years ago, Sammy drove over to Bobby's house. They started to mix it up a little bit, if you know what I'm talking about, playing guitar, started partying a little bit. And then when Sammy was backing out of the driveway, his back two wheels went off the edge of the cliff. Ooh. And it's a true story. And his car was dangling on the edge of Mount Tammy. And what the story goes, Sammy was he was mildly intoxicated. So he just left the car and walked home. He just left the car dangling on the side of the mountain, and they came over and towed him. Just another night in the saga of Bobby and Sammy Hagar, because they used to get it going together.
Paulie, I need to take over the show. I need to commandeer the show. Stand by, please.
Oh, yeah. It's business time.
We got business time. We got numerology. We got Tony's top 3. We got Jeff Faust and musical assignment. I also want to talk about where are they now, former Giants, Paulie, because I got some updates about a couple of Giants. Where are they now?
Okay.
What kind of ass are former Giants kicking that now that they're not in the orange and black? We're going to hit that as well. Okay. And we got to talk a little hoop too, dude, because your New York Knicks are freaking en fuego. But stand by. I've got some supers. Escobar Cheeks the third, because we're doing a Tuesday night flight next week.
TNT, dude. TNT. I love that. Cheeks. Hey, Cheeks has a good creative streak in him, man. I know he's a musician and he kind of thinks like we do. I like that. Tuesday Night Tony, hashtag TNT, man.
I'm TNT. Oi. All right.
Paulie.
Oi.
Yeah.
Back in the day with the Australian connection at St. Mary's College and McKeon Pavilion, they used to just blast the S out of that. And the whole crowd would be like, oi, oi, and the Australian flag. Anyways, Red Jet Shell is a super. Red Jet Shell, I think I saw you on the chat saying you're taking a week off. Good for you. Take a week off. Cheers to a great weekend. She says, cheers to a great weekend, everyone. Enjoy and be safe. Thank
you, Red Jet Shell. You're one of our favorites. We appreciate you, and you have a great weekend too. Tony, you were talking about Paulie Mack's New York Knicks a minute ago. Before the show started today, Red Jet Shell was posting like, go New York, go, that stupid song. She was posting that. I know Stevie B is a monster Knick fan too. And right now, we'll talk a little Knicks today. They've won, count them up, 9 straight playoff games. They haven't lost a playoff game since the first round when I think they were down 2-1 to the Atlanta Hawks, and they haven't lost since. They're on fire.
I also want to discuss the budding relationship friendship with Brunson and Mariska Hargitay, because I guess Brunson and Hargitay are dear friends.
What?
And Brunson is a huge Law and Order SVU fan. There's a video of them hugging it out. Dude, I swear to God, there's a video of them hugging it out after the game last night. It's
I
wild.
think I've heard this before. I've heard this before. And by the way, I'm a fan of Mariska, if you know what I'm saying.
Totally.
Like I'm a fan. Brother. Count me in the Mariska fan club. I'm first in line, man.
Paulie, stand by.
It's business time. I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say it's time for business. It's business time. Ooh.
God, that never gets old. I love it.
Hey, I love it. Great addition, dude. I'm glad you pulled that out of the ether because I'd never heard that. I'm not familiar with the show. That where did it come from again? The show
Flight of the Conchords, man. Flight of the great New Zealand show, the comedic duo Flight of the Conchords, and they've both gone on to do really, really good things in cinema as well. Steve Groschel is a super man. Steve Groschel. By the way, Steve Groschel, go Cats, get him Cats, go get him Cats. He says hashtag go Cats CCS. And Bonnie Scarlet Fire, who's probably on the chat somewhere. Big game tomorrow. SI hosting SoCal in the CCS battle. My nephew Leo on the mound getting the pearl. Bonnie's stepson Ryan, I think he bats fourth. You should see this mountain of a man, Paulie.
Quick jargon question, quick slang question, baseball slang. You said when he gets the pearl in his hand, and I appreciate that. That's a very nice turn of the phrase, man. We're giving this kid the pearl. Would it be accepted in baseball terminology if I were to say, give the kid the rock? Or is that specific to basketball, Tony? I'm asking, I yield to you when it comes to baseball matters. Is it a pearl? Is it a rock? Can it be both? Tony, give me your thoughts.
I think it's, I would always go pearl.
I like pearl. Pearl sounds good. Yeah.
Because when you get the pearl, it's unfettered. It's beautiful white, and it's never in that condition ever again after the first pitch. So I always go pearl. Rock, I think of hoop or even football. You know, he slings the rock.
Toting the rock. Frank Gore toting the rock. Right. Yeah.
So I'm always going to go pearl, especially when you get the pearl in a big CCS playoff game like this. So go Cats, get them Cats. And then Groschel says, literally the first word Melly Mel says in white lines is base.
Base. I say also in Night of the Living Baseheads by Public Enemy. That's the first word in that song, too, when Chuck D goes, bass, how low can you go? Death row, what a brother know. Once again, back is the incredible, the rhyme animal. I'll go all day with Chuck D, you guys. I'm a Chuck D head. But anyway, thank you, Grosch. Thank you. Yeah.
The rhyme animal.
Yeah. Public Enemy #1, 5 volts and freeze. And I got numb. Can I tell that I really never had a gun? But it's a wax that the Terminator X spun. I'll go all day, Tony. I'll go all goddamn day when it comes to
I love what you're doing. I love what you're doing right now.
That's my first rap. That's my rap debut on PMP. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Yes.
I really never. Yeah, dude. And plus,
Chuck D, that I really never had a gun. Yeah.
It's Chuck D's. It's the timbre of his voice.
100%. And never forget this, Tony. This is my favorite thing about, one of my favorite things about Chuck D. When people ask Chuck D, who was your biggest influence? How'd you get that style on the mic? The answer, Marv Albert. Okay. Chuck D modeled his delivery on Marv Albert's delivery.
Really?
Yes, dude. Marv is his biggest influence. That's a true story, which I think is awesome. Yeah.
Dude, that's incredible. I want to get a picture of where is he? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Ryan Rosenthal. There's Bonnie's stepson, by the way. I just want to get a picture of that up there too. Because look at
nice. That's a good looking kid right there. Yeah, strapping. Nice.
Anyways, and then my cousin or my nephew Leo. So go Cats, get him Cats, and Paulie. Yes, Chuck D. I did not know that he did that for Marv Albert. But you can hear it because Marv Albert would get deep in there too.
Yes.
So,
Marv Albert's signature was yes in a basket.
dude,
Yeah.
Paulie, birthday themes later on in the show we're going to get to as well. But Mike Breen with the bangs in the postseason so far have been fantastic.
Well, the 3-pointer that Jalen Brunson hit in game 1 late in the 4th, that was a big Mike Breen moment. Bang! When he starts like going crazy, lose. I love Tony and I were talking Mike Breen the other night, driving off from the Dwight event, and we both agreed like he's our favorite basketball voice now that Marv has stepped down and stuff. But Breen I'm a Breen fan, dude.
Oh, totally. Bang, bang. Oh, what a shot by Steph Curry. Dude, and also he has good taste in dining because he also likes Original Joe's in North Beach when he comes to town. So
that's you're damn right he does. Yeah.
Paulie and I saw him there when we were there one of the times last time we were there. Paulie, Ray Goodman, the Soulmates Ray Goodman Music. He says his trio is in Lafayette tomorrow from 1 to 4 p.m. at Wine Thieves. Wine Thieves, his trio. Go see the Ray Goodman trio tomorrow, 1 to 4. It's probably gonna be a gorgeous day in Lafayette, dude. Get Tom Stack out there. Tom Stack in the La Marinda corridor.
Tom Stack can't be out there tomorrow because he's going to Bruce Springsteen tonight. Right. Tom Stack is in the house. Tom Stack, hey, listen, as far as the PMP show goes, we're covering the Springsteen tour pretty thoroughly. Yeah. Like, I got Stack in Cleveland. You got Paulie Mack in Washington, D.C. in a couple of days. And so that's all. But anyway, so no, Tom Stack won't be out there. He's getting it on with Bruce tonight.
Oh, totally, dude. Get it on with Bruce. And Bruce, by the way, just if you haven't seen Bruce and Colbert, check it out. That's all I'm going to say. Paulie, Escobar Cheeks the third is another super. What's up, Escobar? Cheeks, have a great weekend. He says, I've DJ'd a few parties there. Nice. Never had a reservation, but stayed invited into some rooms I may or may not have accepted. Is he talking about the Ritz? I think he's got to be talking about the Ritz. Because
I hope so. It's so beautiful down there too, just perched on the cliffs and stuff. I mean, it is. You know what I love about that too, Tony, is it's literally 20 minutes from San Francisco, and you're in a
20 minutes from me. I just go up over the hill on 92. Yeah. It's fantastic.
And you're in a whole different world. Like you really are in an entirely different world. That's what I love about the Bay Area, man. 20 minutes here, you're in the mountains. 20 minutes there, you're at the ocean. It's freaking great. That's why I love it here, man. Or one of the reasons I love it.
Yes, I freaking love Half Moon Bay, Paulie, for the reasons you just mentioned. And I'm a fog fan. So if it's fogged in all weekend, great.
Shout out Fog Hat, Tony. Fog Hat Slow Ride. Okay.
Dude, and also shout out Fights in the Fog 2026. Paulie and I will be ringside again in, I believe it's October. They decided on a date last night, SFPD against SFFD at the Irish Cultural Center.
Dude, Fights in the Fog. Okay. We got time to get into that later on down the road. All right. Anyway, Tony, tell me top 3. We got birthdays.
Arkansas Dave is a member for 9 months. He says, Paulie,
yes,
do you know where me and Cheddar can get a slice of pie in Boston? I know too, but I want to see where you are going to recommend, because I know I have a recommendation as well.
I'm going to give you 3, Arkansas Dave. And I'll tell you what, I'll tell you the truth, Arkansas Dave. First of all, I hope to cross paths and shake your hand at some point, because I'm a fan of yours, bro. By the way, you see, I got the snout right there. I got the
nice
Stewie Pig snout right there that he sent me. It's right in front of my Niner helmet. So thank you for that, Dave. But grab a pen, jot this down. Boston. Okay, first of all, you're going to want to go to East Boston, and you're going to want to try, write this down, Santarpio's.
That's mine, Paulie. That was mine. I'm going there when we go to Boston before Cooperstown. I'm definitely going to Santarpio's.
Okay, well, Santarpio's in East Boston it's gritty. It's not fancy. Ooh. It's blue collar. And by the way, just rules. 2 things about Santarpio. Well, 3 things. 1, the pizza's incredible. 2, True story. This is where the legendary gangster Whitey Bulger used to get his pizza. It's a true story. They have
when you walk in, you can tell that this is a place that he would have hung out. And also, don't forget about the pepper juice. Get a glass of the pepper juice and dunk your slice of pizza in the pepper juice.
I took Murph to Santarpio's because again, I lived in Boston for 5 years, so I know that town pretty well. And I took Murph there, blew his doors off. And also, what I love about Santarpio's, Tony, there's a framed picture of Mike Eruzione, the captain of the 1980 Olympic hockey team that beat the Soviets, on the wall framed. There's a picture of Mike Eruzione, who is a Boston kid. He played at BU and stuff, so he's a hero forever in Beantown. All right, spot number 2. This is probably the most famous of them, and it's a very popular. Sometimes there's a line, but it's worth it. It's worth it. You go into the North End, which is the Italian neighborhood in the city. It's like Little Italy or North Beach here. So go to the North End and try Regina's. That is like a legendary spot. Yeah. Pizza Regina's. Yeah. It's really, really good. And then finally, I would say get out to Chestnut Hill, which is by Boston College. It's kind of on the outskirts of the town, but worth the drive. For Frank Pepe's. Dude, there's a Frank Pepe's out there that will literally blow your doors off. It's one of the best pizzas I've ever had in my life. And I've eaten pizza in Italy. I've eaten pizza all over. I've had them all over the world. And I'm telling you, Frank Pepe's it's life-changing, dude. And they're Santarpio's. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Let's go. Let's take you inside Santarpio's really quick. There's the pie. Right. Okay. There's the sausages. And then, the place is just phenomenal. Like you said, Paulie, no frills.
Nope.
Old school. And you won't lose. I mean, the Regina's too, and Frank Pepe's, of course, but also Santarpio's, like legendary Boston spot, man. Great call, P.
Hey, I just want to shout out to a few people on the comment line, only because there's like a Pacifica conversation going on right now. Hey, you guys like Pacifica? I'm just kind of forward promoting. I think let's see, I got a gig in June up here in Marin. I got a gig in July at the Brisbane Inn. And then in August, we have a gig in Pacifica. So we'll talk Pacifica over the summer because I'm going to be playing down there come August. Okay, Tony, are we done with supers? Because we got
we're not, Paulie. The generosity of the PMP Familia continues and rolls on. We've got Pine Needle is a member for 6 months. He says, Tony, enjoy the travel ball regardless of any money. It's the best memories of your life. My youngest graduates college tomorrow, dude. All right, congratulations, Pine.
Yeah, and then look at the final sentence, and I'm done paying. Bro,
yes. Hey, you're getting a raise tomorrow, Pine. You are getting a raise tomorrow. That's congratulations.
Pine, I'm right behind you, brother. I'm done. Finally, my payments will end in August, and I drop to my knees and thank my Lord and Savior that it's over. Because Tony, listen, you know what? Oh my God, I don't even want to talk about it. But anyway,
I'm about to dive into this. You guys are saying I'm done. I'm about to dive in, and I'm
getting the hell out. Every time I'm out, they pulled me back in. But anyway, Tony, I'm handing the legacy to you. I'll give you the college payments. You can carry the torch. I'm finally getting out. Rags, are you out, buddy? I think Rags is close to getting out too. But anyway, Pine Needle, I toast you, my brother. It's a big it really is a big accomplishment getting your kids through school. So congratulations, man.
Oh, that's awesome. Rags, it's an effing beating.
No, it is. It's an absolute beatdown. It's like getting beat up by the guys in The Sopranos, like with lead pipes and stuff. And I mean, every time you write those checks, big ass checks, Tony, monstrous checks you never thought you'd be writing. Did I just write that dollar amount on a freaking check? God bless America. And then you just send it off and hope for the best. That's all.
Paulie, I see one comment that says I'm blurry. Am I blurry to you?
You're quite blurry. Here's what we're going to do. You're going to leave.
I'll be back. Okay.
I'm going to do a Dan Coach Emilio spot while Tony's gone. So let's talk about securemoney.com. Man, I hate when I get that big in the screen. That's too much Paulie Mac. All right. Anyway, Dan Coach Emilio, one of our great friends and great sponsors on the Paulie Mac Particle Show. He is operating out of securemoney.com. I encourage you to check out his website, securemoney.com. Now, Dan is a financial expert. He will help you in a variety of ways. For starters, like we like to say with all of our sponsors, because this is true, it's consistent across the board. Dan Coach Emilio has 30 years in the biz, and he has dedicated his career to providing his clients with honest service, results, all of which you deserve, of course. And then again, think about it like that. In fact, I believe right now, Bonnie, our very own Scarlet Fire, is doing business with Dan Coach Emilio and securemoney.com. So well done, Bonnie. And I hope that's going well. Let's see, Tony. Well, you're still a little fuzzy around the edges, but give it time. Sometimes it'll settle in.
All right, Paulie, you mentioned Bonnie. You mentioned Bonnie Scarlet Fire, correct? Is that what you did?
Well, yeah, because I know she's working with Dan right now. Yeah.
Yes, and I was going to give an update on that. I had a great text session with Bonnie this morning. We were talking SI Wildcat baseball, and then it veered off into her business dealings and her phone conversations with Dan. She said she was on the phone with Dan for over 30 minutes, and she says that she's trying to strategize around pulling together a down payment for a house, and she's also trying to strategize about creating a living trust for a blended family. And she's going to Dan for all of this. And she said Dan couldn't have been nicer, couldn't have been more patient, and said, hey, I'm here for you. We can go as long as you want. So again, Dan Coach Emilio on Secure Money, give him a call. We've got pleased PNP Familia members going to Dan, and we recommend Dan as well. He's a great partner and also just a great dude and a baseball mind.
And Dan's getting sick of this, dude. He's had enough of this San Francisco Giants 2026 campaign, and I appreciate his takes. He doesn't sugarcoat it, man. Dan comes right up the middle with his baseball takes. So check out the show, but also just remember Dan's the kind of thrust of what he does is safety and protection, meaning Dan he's got the expertise to help you never lose the money you have coming in, which can be a problem in some cases. And then also he will assist you with financial growth. He'll help you grow the money that you already have. He's going to maximize your income and help you pay fewer taxes, with hallelujah to that. And then of course he can help you set up your retirement planning. He has all kinds of great options and ideas to help you get set up. So you're in a good place when you do retire. Shout out Patty from Napa. She's retired. She's out here bidding on stuff hand over fist. Also, Dan is going to help you with life insurance. He can help you draw up the policy for you and your family. He can help you with IRA planning, Tony, estate planning, 401k rollover. And again, I like to close out with the great rates he has. Guaranteed options, in fact, paying 7% on 2-year terms, 8% on 5-year terms. And Dan's a good guy, man. He's a good guy. Just call him up and have a conversation. 1-888-960-SAFE. 1-888-960-7233. Again, let him put that 30 years of experience to work for you. You're going to feel a lot more confident and a lot better when you have a guy like Dan in your corner. You can also email Dan your thoughts, questions, anything like that. Dan@securemoney.com. Thank you so much, Dan. Have a great weekend. And I look forward to your next show as well.
Yeah, Dan, and thank you for taking care of Bonnie. Thank you for taking care of Patty from Napa and any other member of the PNP Familia that has reached out or will reach out. Bonnie's talking to him about guidance on taxes, use of retirement funds, creating a living trust, as those are examples of what you can do with Dan. So again, email Dan@securemoney.com. Talk ball with Dan too. Don't forget to talk ball because the guy knows his ass about ball. And I think he's all about pick a lane, and I'm all about pick a lane. So Dan, we're with you, brother. And at NorCal Sports NW, if you want to watch him on YouTube, at NorCal Sports NW, and give Dan a call today, 888-960-SAFE, 888-960-7233. Paulie.
Hey, you know what? I'm just reading a question from Rockin' New Era. What's up, Rockin'? He asks, is any help with the ERC? That's a good question. I'm not sure. Shoot him an email and ask. I don't know if he's involved with that or can help you with that or can answer, but I would be willing to bet he can answer your questions at least or give you some help. So shoot him an email. Shoot Dan an email. Once again, it is Dan@securemoney.com. Just shoot him an email and ask him about ERC because I'm not quite sure, but good question. Okay.
Paulie, 100. Real quick, we got Jeff Faust coming down later, down the pike later on in the show with our musical assignment.
Yes.
And that is songs that are featuring bass lines, prominently featured in music that you love. Paulie, we also, you mentioned the top 3. We also got to do we have some special birthdays that have happened Wednesday, yesterday, and today. So you tell me where you want to go.
Got it.
And then we'll go from there.
Here it comes.
Numerology too. We've been slacking on numerology, man.
All right, well, let's throw that in right now. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go numerology. We're going to go birthdays. We're going to go Peralta Arts. Then we're going to go Tony's top 3. And then we're going to bring Jeff Faust in and have some fun with the music assignment. So birthdays first, then numerology first, then birthdays, then stellar, and then top 3.
Okay, Paulie, numerology. Numerology today, episode 327. Episode 327. So you can take a combination of any of those numbers and make just a numerology claim today on Friday, May 22nd, 2026. And we had episode 326 yesterday too. So we'll allow you to go to episode 326 if you'd rather do 326. Paulie, you can do 326 or 327. Go for it.
I'm going to go first. I'm just going to take 26, and I'm going to shout out one of the great Giant pitchers when I first came on board as a young kid, as a Giants fan. Shout out John the Count Montefiusco. Nice. That was your 1975 National League Rookie of the Year, folks. And John Montefiusco had some really good seasons with the San Francisco Giants. I also recall John Montefiusco, Tony, I believe it might have been opening day. I'm going all the way back in the corners of my memory for this one. It was either opening day of 76 or 77. John Montefiusco, he pitched the day, and he also hit a home run, him at the plate on opening day, which I'll never forget. So anyway, shout out John Montefiusco, 26. Tony, what do you got?
I'll go the red hot, scalding hot Matt Chapman at third base. Obviously, I'm sarcastic.
Dude, by the way, cheer up, Tony. We got 4 more years of this dude. 4 more. Yeah.
Cheer up, Sleepy Jean. Paulie, Chapman batting 226.
Sure.
So also not just his jersey number, but he's batting 226.
That's good. Perfect.
And also, but I'd also like to shout out the running back for the Niners who used to love to just put the ball out there in case you wanted to fumble it or grab it. Just I'm gonna run. A great running back. But the way he would run is like, hey, you want to take it? You can take it if you want. And that, of course, is Wendell Tyler. Oh, it's Groschel, says Wendell Tyler as well in the chat.
Yeah.
Wendell Tyler. And also, Chappie, come on, turn it around.
Wendell Tyler was really good. He was a 1,000-yard rusher, but like Wendell Tyler giveth and Wendell Tyler taketh away. Dude, they'd have like a great drive. They'd be down on the 12-yard line getting ready to score, and then he'd fumble. Stuff like that.
Even when he held the ball, I was a nervous wreck every time because he had it out there.
Perfectly said. Nervous wreck. Every time Joe gave him the rock, it's like, oh, geez, here we go. Hang on to that thing. Yeah.
I would rather do like the Tom Rathman, Mike Allstott, where you're just like, you are going to have to rip this out of my ever-living arms and tear my arms off my body.
Dude, you know what happened with Tom Rathman is that apparently when they drafted him, I think he came in 86, and he had a problem like in camp and preseason. He was fumbling all over the place. And Bill Walsh, like, put the fear of Jesus into him. He goes, dude, if you keep dropping the ball, I can't have you on this team. And Tom Rathman went on to become one of the most secure ball carriers the Niners ever had. And you're right, Tony, he would do the two-hander like this.
Yes,
like, you were not getting the rock out of Rathman's hands, dude. He was holding on to that thing for dear life. So
it's funny. And you got to have the inside elbow up, by the way, too. Inside elbow up. Paulie, also for today, numerology quick, and then we'll keep the show moving. And if you have a 27, go for it, Paulie. But I got to go back to the freaking defensive backfield of the 80s, and Carlton freaking Williamson doesn't get enough love. Everybody talks Ronnie Lott. Everybody talks Dwight Hicks. Everybody talks Eric Wright. Don't sleep on 27, Carlton Williamson. And not many Carltons out there either. So love me some Carlton Williamson, Paulie.
Yeah, me too. That's a great one. I'm not going to try to top that. That's perfect. And you're right. You're right. He's kind of the guy that kind of gets forgotten out of that incredible secondary Bill Walsh put together. But anyway, nice, Tony. Okay, birthdays. Hit me with some birthdays, kid. What do we got today?
Can I hit you with something else first, Paulie? Can I?
Hit me wherever you want.
I'll hit you with your best shot, Paulie. Okay, this is as of May 20th. May 20th. This is where I want to say, where are they now? A couple of Giants, where are they now? Just to get everybody all ticked off on a Friday. Paulie, as of Wednesday, I don't think he's pitched since Wednesday. He pitched 7 innings, 2 hits, 0 runs, one walk, 11 strikeouts. His season ERA is down to 1.77. Can you guess who I'm talking about, Paulie?
You're talking about the kid out of De La Salle, Kyle Harrison, dude. And again, I don't. This is why I think people are going to start questioning Buster Posey. I think we're like right on the brink of that. If they're not already, because I really feel like they gave up on Kyle Harrison way too quickly. I mean, he's a young kid. He's just, and it was like, wow, we don't like what we're seeing. Let's get him out of here. I was like, whoa, wait a sec. Whoa. So anyway, he was part of the whole Devers thing, remember? Because he went to Boston first and then they dealt him. But yeah, you see that it's starting to blossom, and I wish him well. I'm a big supporter of that kid. So I just think the Giants cut the cord too quickly. I really do.
Me too, Paulie. So good luck, Kyle Harrison. And damn, we miss you, dude. And second of all, Paulie, you know who else we miss? Could have played first base, could have DH'd, could have played some outfield. Your guy, my guy, Dominic Smith. You know what he's hitting? Just take a wild guess his batting average so far for Atlanta. Just take a wild guess.
I don't know, so I'm gonna say he's hitting 285.
Paulie, he's batting 337, Paulie, for your Atlanta base. 337. He's 30. He's not playing every day, but they're doing a damn good job of platooning him. He has 98 at bats as of yesterday, 33 for 98, 22 RBIs in those at bats, dude. 22 RBIs and 98 at bats, betting 337 for your Atlanta Braves. What in God's name is going on, dude? And then you're going to bring up Aldridge, you're going to bring up Aldridge, and you can't get him in the lineup and put him in the lineup every day.
No, I'm with you. I think all Giant fans are with you on this. Bryce Eldridge, every time he does something productive in a game, he gets benched the next day. It makes no sense. Here's a question for you, Tony, real quick before we go to birthdays. Woods Hardwood says, it's really not Buster per se. It's more about the development. Interesting point. I'm sure there is something to that too, the development. Tony, how do you feel about the Giants developing players? Maybe they're falling short.
It's not on Buster about the development, but it's on Buster to realize, hey, we've got some talent that we need to hang on to. Baby, hold on to me. Whatever will be, will be. The future is ours. You'll see.
David Bowie, you better hang on to yourself. Okay. David, what? Well, you got a problem with that one?
It just made me think of Rags.
You better hang on to yourself.
That's what Rags when you said hang on to yourself. That's all.
Yeah.
But no,
Tony, sorry, real quick. Van Halen, Diver Down, Hang 'em High. Okay. Good. Hang 'em. That tune is ferocious. If you want to hear Van Halen at their most ferocious, listen to Hang 'em High off of Diver Down. It's furious, that tune, the jamming that's going on.
And I see Gravy says they didn't re-sign Smith because of Bryce. Okay, if that was the case, then Bryce should have been in the opening day lineup and should have been up before opening day and batting 7th or 8th, and they should have just had him getting all kinds of ABs. Dominic Smith, they could have kept on the bench and platooned him the way Atlanta is doing, and he's batting. He's not just batting, like you said, Paulie, 280, which is a rational guess. He's batting 337, dude. That the guy, we saw it last year. He is a damn good hitter. He's like a Rise. He's a contact guy. Like, he's not a power guy. Fine. Give me a lineup of all contact guys. I don't need the power guys. Like, the Dominic Smith thing is so maddening, dude, because
and listen to what Gravy just said. That's a great point, Gravy. I hope you have a good weekend too, buddy. He goes, the Giants didn't re-sign Dom Smith.
I just said that. I just read his his chat. Yeah.
Okay.
I just said that. It's all good. I appreciate you, Paulie, but that's what I just said, because it's like, I get it. But if that's the case, then he should have been here before opening freaking day and you get him involved. Like, to see guys like Harrison and Smith doing well, of course I'm happy for them, but I'm not. It doesn't make me happy because they should be in the orange and black, man.
And I'll tell you, I don't even expect Bryce Eldridge to play tonight. Like, I don't expect to see him. Do you?
I sure hope so, man. You're 20 and 30. I mean, you're 20 and 30. Like,
yeah.
And they just called up Bericoto, which is that's some pop, but it's been a very maddening season so far for multiple reasons, and I don't necessarily blame the pitching. Like, the pitching's been okay, it hasn't been great, but the whole closer thing is an issue that they were discussing with.
That's been an issue for several years now, really, since Doval left. Like, Camilo Doval, and he was only a closer for a short time, a couple seasons. And he's gone now, and Tony's right. They've been looking for the answer ever since. And I've never, ever been a fan of closer by committee. I think you got to have one guy, Tony, that you can give the pearl to, if I may. You got to be able to give the pearl to a guy who's got that killer mentality, who's not effing around out there. Rob Nen, Brian Wilson, Sergio Romo, guys like that, guys that go out there with that mentality, like, you're not winning this game. I'm shutting the damn door. It's over. It's freaking over.
Also, I read a little blurb that's like, oh, don't be surprised if the Giants trade a Rise before the All-Star break. I'm like, that would break my freaking orange and black heart, because you guys know how much I love a Rise.
Tony, get me a laugh track of your choice ready. I'm going to say something a little off color here, but at least our closers. You ready?
No, hold on.
Okay.
There we go. Stand by. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Tony, I was going to say, even though the Giants can't settle on a closer, they can't find the right guy, at the very least, thank God the San Francisco Giant closers aren't involved in cockfighting. And I know you guys think I'm kidding around. I'm not kidding around. Tony, you wanted to talk about the cockfighting controversy that's going on out there? Go ahead.
Are we talking about Little Yeti Seinfeld?
Little Yeti Seinfeld, dude, pecking at the boxing glove, the pad. He was like pecking. Yeah.
Oh, Kramer, I love your rooster.
Yeah. This is little Jerry Seinfeld.
How about when Jerry wakes up in the middle of the night and he goes over and he wakes up, knocks on Kramer's door, and Kramer answers with little Jerry. And
he's petting him and stuff. He's like,
Jerry.
Yeah.
This is little Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh,
Seriously.
dude.
So, dude, the cockfight, Edwin Diaz, come on, man. Like, what are you doing, dude? Like, come on. I guess it's more commonplace where he comes from, but you gotta know that you're doing something that's just no good, man.
Yeah, no,
Jeez.
cockfighting. I can't get involved in cockfighting. I can't get involved in dog fighting. Anything that hurts animals, I'm not going to support. I'm an animal lover, man. Creative Tony, here's what we got to do. Clock is ticking here. Let's do a stellar spot. Then I want to do birthdays, then a quick top three, and then Fausti. So here we go.
Okay. All right, dude, this is going to be good. We're going to ding, 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 ding. Here we go.
Okay, we're going to rock and roll. We're going to talk stellar design on May 22nd, and we're going to say that when you have an idea, you guys already know what Dom Peralta is capable of. But if you're out there working as an individual, maybe you're a freelance writer, a freelance art guy, whatever the case. But if you have an idea and you need to bring it to life, or you have no idea how to make it, this is where Stellar Design comes in, and they can help you. Tony, we have an update today. You want to pull up that Instagram file that Dom sent us. We have a yard sale first retail plus Double Black. That's a coffee shop name, by the way. That store will be opening next week. And Dommy was out on a freaking ladder a couple of nights ago painting their new signage. Have you seen that, Tony? See if you can bring that up.
Yeah, I'm looking for it right now, Paulie. I apologize.
No, you're good.
There it is. I got it. Here we go. Got it.
I'm switching screens like a lunatic here. Hold on, let me get back to Tony. But anyway, Dom was on a ladder the other night. I was texting him. He goes, "Yeah, I'm painting a sign right now." I was like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm on a ladder painting a sign," and that was for the first yard sale retail store. So congrats on that, Dommy. And again, Dom Peralta and Stellar Design will take your rough idea, your raw, even if it's like just a germ of an idea. Dom can help bring this thing to life. If it's a back of the napkin sketch, if it's something you've just kind of sketched out on a pad, show it to Dom and let him bring that thing to life. Again, regardless of the size of your company or your business, you might be a startup. You might be one of the big guys with Google, Amazon, Meta, whatever, because they outsource jobs all the time. So call Dom Peralta. Watch what he can do for you. It's Dominic@stellar.design. Dominic@stellar.design. Visit stellar.design and make it real. Bring your ideas to life with style, with class. Dom Peralta is here for you, Creative Tony.
Yeah, and also Dom says, I had the distinct honor to hand paint the entry sign at Yard Sale, which is the very first brick and mortar retail store for Yard Sale, soon to be opening at 925 Cole Street in San Francisco in Cole Valley. He says, thank you for letting me be a small part in the big and amazing world that Yard Sale is creating, truly inspiring. And he says he's going to go back and touch it up. But to your point, Paulie, that you can hire Dom, commission Dom to create something for you or for a special person in your life or for graduations coming up or birthdays over the summer or any occasion that you can think of for that special someone. Get in touch with Dom and you guys can have a great creative session together, you and Dom together, and come up with something that the creative mind of Dom that will create for you and come up together with you. So 650-796-3144, 650-796-3134, or email Dominic@stellar.design. You will not regret it. I promise you.
No, God, no. He's going to make everything you're working on all that much better. Creative Tony, if we could slide right into today's birthdays, because I don't know what you have, but you were really excited before the show. Tony's like, I got birthdays. I got great birthdays. All right, so lay them on me. Dazzle me with your birthdays.
Okay, we're going to work our way backwards. Okay, so we have some special PMP familiar birthdays associated with other birthdays too. So today, May 22nd, 2026, our very own Bocce Chris. You've heard us talk about Bocce Chris. Today is Bocce Chris's birthday. Chris has become a dear friend, and he also supports the show in the back end. And he says he doesn't want to sponsor the show. He just wants to help support the show. And we're like, Chris, tip of the cap, and thank you so much for your support. But Paulie, get this. It's his birthday today.
Yeah.
And guess what Bocce Chris is doing tonight? He's going to the local bocce courts and having his birthday party at the bocce courts in the East Bay. So happy birthday to Bocce Chris, Paulie.
I want to second that. Definitely. It's been a pleasure to get to know this guy, and he's a super cool dude who enjoys the show. He's just given us a little additional support out there. Bocce Chris, from me to you, brother, have a great birthday. Roll them well. Tony, could you call a bocce ball a pearl? Your thoughts?
There's the Polino, but you can't call it, that's the small ball.
Polino's a little guy, the little white guy. Yeah. Whitey. I call that one white.
You would call the bocce ball a pearl because it's like the sets I've seen are all red and green. But
Tony, perhaps my comedy attempt missed the mark. I was only kidding. Yes, I was just saying.
So Paulie, also, this is a big one. Bocce Chris shares his birthday with Mike Bang. bang, Breen.
Damn,
Hopefully
Mikey,
his birthday
hold
today.
on. Should I jump ship and come back? I'm being told
Yes.
I'm blurry. Okay,
Yes.
you keep going with the birthdays. I'll be back in a second. Stand by. All right.
How about this with the blurry, you guys, by the way? The blurry factor, we can't tell. We're always just like, okay, so thank you for keeping us posted in the chat. That's why the P&P Familiar is so great. You guys have our backs constantly. But again, Bocce Chris, Mike Breen, both celebrating birthdays today, May 22nd, 2026. And again, Bocce Chris, great dude. Hopefully you guys will meet him at the Giants game on August 14th. We're going to have more details about that when Paulie gets back from seeing Springsteen in DC. But again, August 14th is the date we picked, and we picked a Friday on purpose so more people could join us. And hopefully you guys can make it out. As many of you can make it out there as possible. We have a club level seats, and I think the seats will be right around $50. We're going to do a pre-show hang at Longbridge Pizza. Also, before the game, it's a night game on a Friday night. It's going to be a lot of fun. Bocce Chris will definitely be there, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And again, thank you, Chris, for your support of the show. He is so funny, man. He's like, hey, I pay for a lot of things that tick me off. These bills here, bills there, bills for DirecTV. He goes, I want to put my finances towards something that I thoroughly enjoy. And he doesn't watch live because he works during the day. And he's on client calls all day. So he will, the following morning, listen or watch our show as he's doing his morning prep before going to work. So thanks again, Bocce Chris. And Paulie's back. Let's see if you de-blurred. Okay, you're still a little blurry, but I think you're going to de-blur.
All right.
I have faith in the de-blur process. Paulie, we're going to move on to yesterday's birthday.
Okay.
Our very own Pecan Patrick Connor celebrated a birthday yesterday. And we love Patrick Connor. And Paulie here is just, if you want to see the smiling mug of a pecan, I'm gonna present you with a little birthday shot of Pecan Patrick Connor. And let me get this for you. Oh yeah, look at this shot. And he's like an honorary Paisan. Look at this shot of Pecan right here. There he is. Brajol. There he is.
Good old Peaches, man. That's one of the good ones. Pecan's one of the good ones, man. Really good dude. I know you guys know. Oh, hold on. Nice, Pat.
Yeah. Dude, look at that shirt, by the way. The Metallica font, but it says mozzarella. How about that?
Great shirt, dude. I want one of those.
Oh, nice. Birthday boy Pecan, man. So happy birthday, Pecan. And by the way, Paulie, Pecan shares his birthday with Josh Allen.
Okay.
Ricky Williams. So maybe Ricky Williams could send Pecan a little earth from his pot farms.
I'd be willing to bet a pretty healthy sum of money right now, today, as we speak. Ricky Williams is probably sitting in his yurt, Tony, and he's rolling up J's. That's what he does. That's what, and I got no problem with him. You go ahead, Ricky. Roll him up, dude. Roll him high and proud.
Oh, God, yeah. God, he claims that he was like, didn't he claim something about like he was smoking pot or started smoking pot and it helped him in his football career? I remember I saw a post on that on social media. Paulie,
he ain't the only one. I can tell you that, folks. He ain't the only guy in the NFL that lights it up. I can promise you that.
Oh, no question. And Paulie, finally, Pecan shares his birthday, 74th birthday to, it's not Pecan's 74th birthday. It's Mr. T's 74th birthday. Mr. T, 74th birthday.
I pity the fool, Tony. Of course. Happy birthday, Mr. T of the A-Team fame. By the way, I can tell you with a straight face, honest to God, I never saw one episode of the A-Team. Did you ever see the A-Team?
I watched a little bit, but I was all about Clubber Lang, man. I was all about Clubber Lang, you know?
Yeah.
Pain, Paulie, okay? Let's see. Last one, Paulie, is Wednesday. This is the biggie, and we can talk about Longbridge Pizza today, too.
Okay.
Wednesday was our very own Neil Donardi's birthday.
Oh, dude. Okay. You know what? Okay. Happy birthday, Neil, and happy birthday, Bocce Chris. Happy birthday, Patrick Connor. These are like three of the heavyweight dudes that we love a lot. All right. So happy birthday, Neil Donardi. Can't say enough good things about this guy. Should we do a Longbridge spot right now while we're talking?
We will. Happy birthday, Neil Donardi. I spoke to him on his birthday, and he was so great on Monday night at the Jerry Day celebration. And shout out Tom Murphy and all the great stuff that Tom does for Jerry Day. August 1st, 2026 coming up. We're going to get Tom on the show when Jerry Day gets a little bit closer, but they were able to raise some money to help out Jerry Day because Jerry Day's been put on for free every year. And it's like, let's get some money back to Tom and the whole Jerry Day celebration. But Paulie, Neil was on Monday night. I'm like, hey, what are you going to do for your birthday on Wednesday? And he goes, I firmly believe you're not supposed to take your birthday off from work. He goes, I firmly believe that. And I go, wow, okay. All right. So he worked on his birthday. I'm sure he's going to celebrate this weekend. But Neil shares his birthday with James Stewart.
Nice.
He shares his birthday with Cher.
Nice.
And he shares his birthday with Joe Cocker, Paulie. Joe Cocker.
No
Neil
problem
Stewart.
with Cocker. I got no problem with Cocker. A little help from my friends. All right, Tony, and happy birthday to all of our dear friends. Thank you, Tony, for that. Okay, so now I would like to do a speed version, a new kind of, we're going to mix and match today for Tony's top 3. We're going to kind of go back and forth because I got a couple things, and I've never done this. I've never taken the wheel during a Tony's top 3, but we'll rotate today because I want to bounce a couple things off Tony, too. I have like the last question especially. But, Tony, the opening, if you will, the proper intro.
Yes, here we go, Paulie.
Tony's top 3.
There we go. And keep de-blurring, Paulie. Oh, of course. By the way, Jeff Faust, we see you in the green room, dude, waiting so patiently.
We're coming, Fausty. Right after this, we're coming.
Tony's top 3.
And Paulie, if you don't mind just vamping for a second while the roadcaster stops.
I don't mind vamping at all. In fact, so we're going to get into top 3. We're going to do Jeff Faust. And we're going to start this Memorial Day weekend. Tony, go ahead.
Here we go. Oh, of course. This is unbelievable. Okay. Well,
I know. And I feel your pain, dude. I've been there so many times when the soundboard fails. It sucks. Don't worry.
I'm determined. There we go.
Tony's top 3.
At least the ducks are working, brother. At least the ducks are working. All right. I'm going to go first. I'm kind of excited about this, being like a guest host of the Tony's Top 3.
Nice.
One of the audience's favorite segments. Look at it. Everybody gets excited. T3. Rag's doing the hand signal. You know what I mean? Here it comes. Okay, Tony, my first question is about your San Francisco Giants. And the question is, what would it take from this point forward to the end of the season? We're 50 games deep. What would it take for the Giants to do for the rest of this season to qualify it as being successful in your mind? Do they have to reach the postseason? Do they have to be 500? Does it have to be a winning record? What is the criteria, according to Creative Tony, to qualify this season as a success for the San Francisco Giants?
I think every year you don't make the playoffs, it's not a success. So, because that's the whole goal, right? To make the tournament, to make the postseason, then do what you can from there because it takes on a life of its own. So I got to stick to that, Paulie, because I know it's hard to make the playoffs every year, but dude, look at the Atlanta Braves for the whole Bobby Cox era, right? They were in the playoffs almost every year, if not every year. Like, so I just feel like it's a failure if they don't make the playoffs, even at 20-30. And I know the odds are against them now, but I would have said this on opening day, and I'll say it now. If you don't make the playoffs, what are we doing? What are we doing? And
it's never been easier to make the playoffs in baseball history than it is now. There are so many teams that get in. It's not like the old days where you had to win the division. You can be a wild card team. The door is open, dude. All you got to do is be relatively, competent and have a winning record, and you can get in. But anyway, I'm sorry, Tony. Carry on, buddy.
No, that's it. That's and I see people in the chat. Aaron Kask, what's up, brother? I see you saying let's develop young players. That's the whole pick a lane conversation. Do we tear it down and rebuild or try to make the playoffs? At this juncture, I think I do agree with Aaron Kask about 20-30. You got the Dodgers and the NL West that are just going to continue to run away with it. And the Padres are playing good ball too. And, when you're staring up at the Colorado Rockies or when you're neck and neck with the Rockies for the freaking cellar. Yeah. It doesn't get any more depressing than that when it comes to baseball. So maybe it is time to just say, tear it down and rebuild and start from scratch. I mean, if you could sign, I would rather get rid of all the power and all the big contracts and sign a Rise and build around a Rise, man. Because if there's somebody who I think is infectious and he's playing a phenomenal second base, man, nobody's talking about. The reason the Padres didn't want to keep him or didn't pay for him is because supposedly he was a defensive liability. My ass is he a defensive liability, man. That guy is playing his tail off, and there's great videos that we could show on bookmarks maybe some point soon where Ron Washington is doing his infield work directly with one-on-one with the Rise.
Nice. Yeah.
So fucking good. So working on short hops, working on backhands and front hands and scoops out front. Always field out front, by the way, you guys. Don't let the ball get between your legs. Always field out front. Anyways, So yeah, that's basically where I'm at, Paulie. Sorry, that was long-winded.
No,
but
great answer. No, very good answer. I don't disagree with anything you said. I mean, Gravy's over here saying you got to get rid of at least one of the high salaries. I would love to cut Matt Chapman loose, but who the hell's going to pick up that deal? No one's going to pay that salary. The Giants really painted themselves into a corner with that deal.
Who's Chapman's agent? I forget who Chapman's agent is, but that agent deserves all the credit in the world, man.
Can Matt Chapman's agent become our agent? Because I want a deal like that too. I want a 5-year deal for millions of bucks where I don't even perform. You know what I mean? But that's not it. I'll always perform, dude. I show up to work. I'm ready to rock. All right, Tony, you're up in the top 3. Go ahead. What do you got for me today, kid?
Looking up Matt. Scott Boras, of course.
Good old Boras. Yeah.
If you want to talk about like the collective ruining of baseball, it's not necessarily the players, it's the freaking agents, man. And God. Anyways, salary cap, please. Salary cap. Can we do it? Anyways, Paulie, number 2 in Tony's top 3.
Okay.
This needs a visual aid. So you're gonna have to stand by.
Cool.
While I give you a visual aid. And my question is,
how's the blurry factor, by the way?
The blurry factor is you're still a little blurry, but you're kind of de-blurring.
All right, tell me if you need me to get out or come back or whatever. I'm at your service, Tony.
Yes, nice, Paulie.
Yeah.
And as you're kind of de-blurring,
dude, we were talking about this in the car the other night. Remember, I was breaking this down for you. Yeah, this is the whole Chet Holmgren thing. Okay, go ahead, take this, T.
Okay, so here we go. I'm going to show you this and show everybody this. This is Chet Holmgren, basically, and the screen says that Chet is cheating here. I want to ask you a question after showing you the video, Paulie. So here it is, lining up for a free throw. There's Wemby right to Chet's left. Chet is lining up, and the free throw is shot. Chet purposely steps on Wemby's foot,
holds him in place. Yeah,
holds him in place, and
Hartenstein comes in for the box out. Yeah,
yes. Here we go. Watch it one more time. Step on the foot, holds his right arm,
and it worked beautifully. Like it was very effective too, because it kept Wemby out of the paint. It was well done.
Now, my question to you, Paulie, is what is dirtier, that play or the Wemby elbow? Wemby elbow or Chet Holmgren's step on the foot and yank the arm? What is dirtier to you in the NBA this postseason?
Okay, I'm going to say probably Wemby's elbow because.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, because Wemby throwing that elbow is not only a dirty play, it's a really dangerous play. I mean, he did that to Naz Reid, who I think by all accounts is a pretty respected player in the NBA. Naz Reid is not a scrub. I mean, he's a pretty vital part of their thing. This is just your typical in the paint kind of nonsense. I mean, there's always stuff going on in the paint. This is listen, part of me wants to give the Thunder credit because if you keep watching this, you see it's very effective. And yesterday, or I guess 2 days ago, Hartenstein was all over Wemby, hooking his arm, bumping him with his ass, all kinds of stuff. So that's going to continue. That's the book on Wemby. He doesn't like the physicality, so you bang him around, and he doesn't want to be in the paint. You will see him literally shrink and leave the paint. So I don't blame the Thunder. You got to come up with something to kind of slow this guy down. But when Wemby threw that elbow, he could have, I mean, that's the kind of thing you could fracture a guy's eye socket. You could break a cheekbone. You could have knocked his ass out. You could have killed him. Theoretically, you could have killed him. So I think it was a more dirty play. This is just like your typical dirty, cheating gamesmanship. But I think a lot of teams do stuff like this. This is such a perfect view of what Holmgren was doing. But again, it worked. It was effective. Look at that. Wemby's not in the paint, and he's running back on D now. So, but I mean, when your intentions are to hurt a guy, and I don't know that that's what Wemby did, but it was a premeditated. He looked at his target and threw that big elbow. I mean, the guy's 7'5", man. Imagine the force. So that's just my view of the whole thing, T.
Okay, cool. That's why I asked, because I feel like this is pretty freaking brutal because I think that's full on illegal. Like,
100%. Oh, it's definitely illegal. Yeah, you can't do this. Yeah.
And like you're risking, a severely swollen ankle, sprained ankle or broken ankle or something. I don't know.
I gotta say, Chet Holmgren has been kind of a punk too, because he's getting outplayed beyond belief. They basically took him away from Wemby. They're like, Chet Holmgren cannot contend with Wemby. So they basically took him out of the equation and let Hartenstein do all the heavy lifting and the banging in game 2. We'll see what happens. Game 3 tonight in San Antonio.
I think game 3 is going to be spicy, man. And I see Pine Needle on the chat. Pine Needle says if they keep doing that, he deserves to throw as many elbows as he wants.
Right? I don't disagree, especially at Holmgren, because Wemby does not like him. That is
right.
That's out there. Like Wemby. By the way, Tony, you're blurry now too. So welcome to the
party.
Are you?
Welcome.
So are you? Yeah, no, welcome. The Blurry Brothers, dude. That's it. Paulie Mack and the Blurry Brothers. All right. Final question on Tony's top 3. It's a mix. We're doing like mixed doubles today. Tony does one, I do one. Final question. As I've said a million times, I'm getting on a plane in a couple of days. I am flying cross country to go see Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band. Tony, there's not many bands or artists I would do that for. I did it a lot for the Grateful Dead. I used to travel all over the place to see the Dead. I will travel to see Bruce Springsteen, and I'm going a great distance for this gig, but I really want it. I want it bad. And when they announced these dates, I was like, there's no freaking way I'm only doing one Bruce show. Like, that's just not going to happen. I'm going to do it somewhere. So anyway, it's happening. And my question to you, Tony, is what is the farthest distance you've ever traveled to see a band or a gig? Like, what is the greatest length you've ever gone? Because this is a long way from me. I'm going across country, like 3,000 miles. What's your farthest distance, and who was the band?
For me, it is, I don't know what's further, the Big Cypress Seminole Indian Reservation in the Everglades of Florida, or MSG in Manhattan. I don't know which one is further, but and then I've also been to Hampton, Virginia, all on the East Coast, right? So those, and all 3 of them to see Fish at MSG, at the Hampton Coliseum, and at the Y2K, the 99 to 2000 meter celebration. So that's the furthest across country, probably across. I have some friends that went to Europe to see Fish, like Max and Garrett and Joe, and those guys went to see Fish in Europe. God bless America. I wish I would have been able to see that, probably. But that's the furthest I've ever traveled for music, and I don't regret a single moment of it, because God, watching MSG on TV with this series, I just instantly relate, and just like, I love that building. I love that building. I love that building.
It's my favorite building. It's my favorite arena in the country. And Tony, the thing is, like, Rags and I grew up in that building. Like, we've been going to shows there. I saw my first show at Madison Square Garden in 1982. It was Rush on the Signal Store. What a freaking night that was. Oh my God. That was one of those gigs that like really rattled me. I was like, oh my God, seeing Rush at that time at a sold out Madison Square Garden. So no, I feel the same way, is my point. I love MSG. There is something very special about that building. And the thing I like about it is it's not just the audience. The band is jacked beyond belief, because the atmosphere is so off the hook electric that the band, whatever band it is, usually delivers and then some at the Garden. So it's always going to be a great gig there. Good answer, Creative Tony. Okay, listen. Okay,
hold on, Paulie, really quick. We got supers, and well, hold on a second. Steve Groschel is a super, and I want to get to this quickly. He says, the wife and I are driving to Reno to see LCD Sound System at the Grand Sierra on Sunday. That is going to be a great show, by the way.
Have a great time, Grosch. Have a great time, buddy. Yeah,
Grosch. And dude, enjoy. Get it anytime you get in the car or get on a plane and you know you're going to see some music. It's like the funnest travel ever, at least for me. You know, all those times I traveled to see shows. Paulie, I'm going to drive down to, you're going to maybe come with me to San Clemente, to Dana Point to see Pearl Jam in September.
I'm going. It's done. I told you I'm 100% committed. I'm in. I am all in. Let's go.
And let's get Jeff Faust, who's waiting so patiently in the green room.
I know. We got to get to Faust. I know.
Let's get Faust to come with us. Let's get him to come with us to the Ohana Fest. Paulie, Low D is a super. He says, come to spring training. Giants baseball at its best. I do not disagree with you, Low D.
I like that Low D put a cactus at the end of his sentence right there. Nice visual with the cactus. I got you, buddy. Thank you, Low. Yeah.
And Patty from Napa, the gangster of all gangsters. Don't mess with Patty at an auction. Patty says, Pecan's birthday was yesterday, and she was just recognizing Pecan's birthday yesterday. So thank you, Patty, for the super. Thank you, everybody, for the supers. Paulie, take it away.
Okay, well, listen, we have been meandering today, having a good time, but now we're ready. Now we're ready for the moment of truth. We are about to open the door for our guest musical sponsor this week. He is the great Jeff Faust. He's a good friend of ours. He is also renowned as a bass player with the Freestone Peaches, and we are delighted to bring Jeff Faust into the fold. Tony, open up that green room door and bring him in, buddy.
I will. Stand by, Paulie.
Peep this, particle heads. PMP's weekly musical assignment begins now, right now.
All right, Jeff Faust, come on down, my brother. Yeah, dude. Look at Fausty. Look at the crystal clear reception of a Jeff Faust.
Of course, we're going to have a bass riff to begin the musical assignment today. Had to do it. Had to do it. Thanks for having me, guys.
You are looking good. I love the stand-up bass. I love the mounted bass on the. It's like a hall. Tony, behold, look at the basses around Jeff Faust, dude. They're everywhere.
Surrounding by my basses. I love my basses. I'm very happy to own what I own.
Jeff, isn't playing an upright bass a freaking workout, dude? Like that. I mean, it is. Paulie, have you ever played an upright bass?
I never have. No.
Oh my God, is it a workout on your forearm?
Very difficult. Not only is it a beast and it's a body thing, but there's no markers on the fret. There's zero clue of where you're going. So you either have a really good ear and you fit in with everybody, or you are not going to do very well. You're going to sound flat or sharp the whole night. So tough instrument to play.
Fausti, I got to ask you, hold on real quick, Paulie. Is that are you an Arizona State Sun Devil? Is that a Sun Devil shirt?
Yes, actually, before we get started, this is a tribute to Arizona, for a tribute to my daughter who graduated from Arizona State. Also a tribute to Los D, because he's the reason I'm here. I can't say enough about Los D. We actually did some business together, and we actually became buds. We text all the time. I mean, you are not kidding about the quality dude that Los is. Just top-notch people. He actually came up. We went fishing together. We spent a lot of time in a boat together fishing, and just a great dude. So, yeah, can't say enough great things about Los. So thank you, Los, for making this happen. And thanks to Tom for all that he does in the background, too.
Oh, no doubt. And real quick, I got to tell you, Tony, I have been on a fishing expedition with Fausti in the past. I went up to his pad, and this guy's incredible. He's like the Babe Ruth of bass fishermen, because he's like, Paulie, let's go over here. Like, so Fausti was driving the boat, and he was like taking me to these little nooks and crannies on this lake. Yeah. And it was dry. It was quiet for a while. And Fausti's like, all right, I've had enough. Well, you're going to catch some fish right now. And he drove me over to this corner. Tony, within minutes, bam, there's a bass. There's another bass. So this guy is a machine when it comes to fishing. And what's the name of that lake again, Jeff, that you live on? What's the name of the
Hidden Valley Lake.
Yeah.
And I'm old school. I don't use any fish finders. I don't use that cheating stuff, because nowadays you can hone in on a size bass and actually have your boat follow it around. And you throw stuff in front of it to see what it bites. That's the way pro tournaments work now. It's like video games. I don't use any technology. I go by sight and feel the water in the lake, as you sort of saw that day. Hey, it looks fishier over there. I'm going to go over there. So, yeah, it was fun. Last night was probably one of the best nights I've had in the lake. I just caught tons of fish. Just happened to be right place, right time. You know, at dusk, my favorite time to fish. So just really fantastic. Really
I remember that day being on the lake with you, Jeff. You showed me, like, we basically took a lap around the entire lake. And at one point, we saw this huge house, and I haven't forgotten this. You were like, yeah, that house is on the market right now. They're asking for like $1 million or whatever. And it looked, Tony, this is a beautiful pad, like an estate. And I'm curious, has anybody bought that place yet, Jeff?
Yes.
Oh, they did. Okay. Wow.
They did. The reason it took a while to sell was it was a little quirky. You know, it was it would be a tough place to own as one family. And then it's sort of tough to buy that value with multiple families. So I think multiple families did buy it. In fact, I was fishing by their house the other day, and you could hear them in the background, volleyball and cranking the music. And so it's fun. They got kayaks everywhere. It's a really, really fun place to hang out. But yes, it did sell.
Escobar Cheeks III is asking Jeff Faust a question. He goes, I assume, Jeff, we're talking catch and release here, right?
Oh, yeah. I don't keep any. I always laugh. I said, go bring me your papa, get me a bigger one or go bigger. So, yeah, no, catch and release only. When I go fly fishing too, I do a lot of that as well. I like to debarb the hooks and get kind of purist with respect to fish, and got to make sure they survive. It's really for the sport. That's what I like about fishing and as opposed to hunting, because you can't go, oh, that was really great. Let me go ahead and release you. You kind of killed that animal. Whereas fish, I can kind of release this beautiful animal and respect it and appreciate it, but I get to let it go. Nice. So that's why I tend to like fishing. I can appreciate the sport of hunting. I got a lot of hunter friends, but fishing is my true passion for sure. Other than music.
Yeah. Tony, you got something?
No, first of all, I love that you and Los, the visual of you guys out on a boat all day together, and you can really get to know somebody out fishing, because it's just you and the boat and the water and, the peace and quiet of a fishing trip too, and the relaxation. I've only
I don't often listen to music when I'm fishing because of that reason. That's the time for me to be quiet with the nature sounds and the water against the boat. And I just like all that. It's quiet.
Totally.
Sometimes I will, but not often.
Yeah, I've only been fishing in the Truckee River and in the Bay. So I need to get up to Hidden Valley Lake, Jeff, and you need to just show me the ropes because I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm definitely afraid of like hooking myself in the cheek or something.
No,
So,
you're fine. That won't happen, Tony. Faust is an expert, dude.
Yeah.
He's got multiple poles. He's like, yeah, try this rod, try that rod. Fausti's got everything. All you got to do is show up. That's it.
That's it. Yeah, I was going to say, anybody with kids, I mean, that's the PMP Familia too. Please, I mean, come on up. I'm happy to teach you how to fish and teach your kids. It's pretty much guaranteed catching when you start getting to this point. I mean, catching big ones is a little more challenging, but you're going to catch fish if you come up here. And you know, everybody who's come up here has caught fish, and it's just a matter of how big they can get. But yeah, it's a really fun place. So please open invite. Please invite yourself up. If it works for me, come on up and fish. It's just a really fun time.
Thank you, Fausti. Thank you, Fausti. Now, real quick, Tony, before we dive into the assignment today, Jeff, let's just do a quick look at the Freestone Peaches concert calendar. What do we have coming up? What's your next gig or next couple of gigs you can tell the audience about?
We're doing actually a bunch of free shows. We got June 17th at the Peacetown Fest. That's in Sebastopol. So that's a Wednesday evening. So right after work, come on down. It's kind of a big festival in downtown Sebastopol. So we're playing that. We're doing Friday, June 26th at the Fourth Bore Tap Room in Orinda. And that's going to be cool because that's an acoustic set. So we get to try to stretch a little bit and play a full night of Allman Brothers acoustic. And then after that is July 10th, California Theater in Santa Rosa. That's going to be a fun night. That's a you have to pay to get into that one. That should be kind of one of our true full heavy rock shows. So that should be fun. Peacetown's going to be a short set. But yeah, those are the upcoming three. Our website, freestonepeaches.com, has all our shows. We're pretty much booked through the end of the year. We're doing our Sweetwater show in November, obviously. So that would be a fun time.
Awesome. Yeah, Jeff, I'm on the website right now. November 21st is the Sweetwater show. October 1st, you guys are at Orinda Community Center Park. And you're in my neck of the woods in San Carlos on July 24th, dude. So let's go. Nice. And also, you're in Tom Stack's neck of the woods at the Lafayette Art and Wine Festival on September 20th, man. So
that's right.
All over the Bay Area, Freestone Peaches. And Jeff, the first time I went and saw you, I didn't know what I was getting into. I was like, oh, the Allman Brothers music, like this is. You guys knock it out of the park every time.
They're not messing around. The Peaches are not messing around, dude. They're delivering like authentic Allman Brothers music, and I'm talking about down to the nitty gritty detail. Because I've been to a couple of band practices with these guys. Tony, they will stop the song and be like, "All right, hold on, you guys missed a lick right there." Like these guys, they are super hardcore, but it's a great representation of what the Allman Brothers music is like. And to stand in front of that, or even better, to be on stage. I told Fausti when I sit in with these guys, it is like being in the middle of like a jet engine, dude, because there's so like I got Fausti and Michael to my left. So that's a wall of sound. Another guitar player, keyboards, 2 drums. It's an incredible surge of power with the Freestone Peaches. So if you haven't seen these guys, definitely get out there. And also, Jeff, give the boys my best. Tell all the guys I said hello.
Thank you. And people say that, when they used to join the Allman Brothers, like, whoa, they were just shocked at the power of the sound. But you can't have pure volume. You cannot have pure volume unless you got 2 drummers and Hammond B3s and this wailing sound. So it is really fun. I'll have to say, you mentioned Tom Stack's neighborhood, the Lafayette Town Hall Theater, where you actually fronted us that night. We did a dual bill with a Zeppelin tribute. Was awesome. I remember your last musical assignment last week. I thought recordings, but if it's talking live performances, I'd probably call out when you sat in with us that night at the Peaches, because man, you kicked ass that night, especially the whipping post. I mean, that was really, really fun. And I remember thinking to myself, damn, Paulie's been working on these songs because this is not easy material. Vocals even still. And you could tell you had spent a lot of time and effort for you. So, thanks back to you on that one. That was really, really fun time. One of my favorite live performances we've done was when you sat in with us that night.
Oh, thanks so much, man. No, it's a total honor to be up there with you guys. I really am. I'm honored to be with you guys anytime it happens. And thank you for the kind words. So let's get into this. So Jeff, we'll do this. We'll kind of review the assignment. Then, Tony, do you have the list of the listeners' contributions today?
Yes, I'll pull it up here in a second, Paulie.
Okay. So, Fausti, explain it one more time, and then we're going to go through all of these songs the listeners sent in, and then the 3 of us will kick it around. So explain it one more time, Jeff.
Yeah, so I sort of had a thought of and I got a little bit of a curveball today to some of the songs I want to talk about, but the theory behind this was songs where the bass, whether it's a solo, the bass line, or the bass effect, or whatever it is, changed your life. I mean, it was like, whoa, bass you can't help but groove to bass. And so there's songs out there that have kind of changed people's views on the bass, have changed their lives. I mean, it feeds the soul. I love playing bass because people dance to it. So I just kind of want to get people's perspective on, is there any songs or music out there where the bass has really impacted you? So I was kind of curious to see, and that's really open-ended. There's a lot of different genres you can throw with that type of, angle. So I was really kind of curious to see what y'all came up with, and I'm anxious to kind of chat through what I wanted to talk through about bass.
I am too. This is great. I love it. This is a very interesting assignment, very unique. We've never done anything like this. So, Tony, take us through, or at least post up the listener list, and then we'll kind of proceed.
Yeah, I'll post it up. And Jeff, I just want to say too, I know you can probably, agree with this, that I love playing bass to be the bottom of the music. And I'll always say this about bass. You may not fully recognize it in a song, but the minute bass players stop playing, you notice it instantly.
Yeah,
instantly.
Oh yeah.
Dude, and again, my compliments to you as a player, man. It's so fun watching you play. And Allman Brothers fans are like Pink Floyd fans. They know the music so well that when you see them, you expect man, I really hope that they nail it, and you guys just nail it. So tip of the cap, man. Great job. And I'm excited about this. Let me pull this up. I'm gonna share the screen with all the PMP Familia that emailed.
While you're pulling that up, I get a kick sometimes during a set break. A fan will come up to us and goes, "You guys kind of missed that break right there. I mean, it was fine. You recovered." Like they know you are absolutely true. They know that material inside and out. And this young crowd, there was a young. God, she had been 23-year-old grooving her butt off in front of me at the Sweetwater one. So I mean, it's young crowds really getting this music. So it's really fun. I can't wait to see this list. I'm really excited to see what the
that's so cool, man. Let's go. So here's the list, and let me try and enlarge it really quick.
Love it.
That's good. That's good, T. Yeah,
that's good. I mean, check it out. So Corinne starts it out, and she says, right out of the freaking gates, of course, Corinne, right out of the gates with "Come Together," man. It's just, I don't know, that is just a staple, and it's fun too. I actually Googled, what do other people think about the funkiest bass lines or the most iconic bass lines, and "Come Together" is on every list I saw. And I don't know how you guys feel. I'm sure
Billie Jean comes up a lot too. Billie Jean is there's a guy who's got the top five riffs you can do to impress people on bass, and Billie Jean comes up as one that he says. So I mean, it definitely has a pretty amazing bass line, more intricate than you'd think.
Yeah.
So, yes. If you listen to that again, listen to it intently, and you'll hear it. Right. Yeah. John Joseph in the Technicolor robe says, "Drew down, pimp of the year." I'm not familiar with it, but I don't know if you guys are, but I trust John Joseph.
I don't know the track, but like you said, John knows what he's doing. We'll check it out, John. Thanks, brother.
Look at Ray. Ray Goodman, Noemi's better half.
Right.
Doing Graham Central Station, Graham Central, and then "Give It to Me, Baby," Rick James, and look what he says, Billie Jean, also in the side.
Get to it. Gotta have Rick James on there. I mean, geez, that's awesome. That's great.
Rick James, man. Look at Aaron Kask with
Tool. All right, yeah, nice.
NIB and Schism with Tool. That's great stuff. Los, I want your love, and Lowrider.
That's awesome. That riff, I mean, seriously, that is a life-changing riff. That's a great pull, Los. Seriously, that riff is life-changing for sure.
Hell yeah, dude. Every time I hear the Ward doing the Lowrider song, I always think about Cheech and Chong, because that was part of the opening credits. I think of Up in Smoke. Bo, 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 bo. Yeah, it's a great one. Unmistakable. And thank you, Los. Good contribution, man.
Patty from Napa, "One of These Nights" by the Eagles. One of these nights by the Eagles. Then we got another
slide up riffs too. That's great.
Jeff, get technical anytime you can, dude, because I know you probably taken deep dives into a lot of these songs. "Come Together" by the Beatles gets second vote. Second vote.
All right. Okay,
great. That one is from Mikey, Patty's better half.
Nice.
And then Dennis Morrison checking in. Dennis Morrison says, "Peter Hook of New Order, Age of Consent."
Okay. Wow. Oh, and the Stones, "Miss You." Nice. Yeah. Hell yeah. That's great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Groovy song. Yeah, very groove.
We covered that at a show once. I was in just a party band we did for a while. That's a great song. Love that.
Hell yeah.
Great riff.
Hell yeah.
That's not an easy one to pull. That
is one of my favorite Stones songs, hands down. Lily Merchant says, "Day Tripper," by the
Well,
Beatles.
McCartney, I mean, McCartney should be on this list.
Yeah.
He's a freaking
Yeah, should be.
beast. Like, I mean, those walking bass lines, like all
Oh.
over the Beatles music is McCartney. And McCartney never just pedals one note. He's all over the place. So, yeah.
Right.
I'm
He's
glad-
singing at the same time, which just blows me away. Like he's one of the
Totally.
few bass players that does not sing like a bass player. Most of them do, but he does not.
No, it's a great
Geddy
call.
Lee is another one. Those guys just don't sing like bass players. They're
I would,
magic.
you know who else I'll throw in there, Fausty, is Sting. Sting's a
Yeah,
beast.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure.
Too. Yeah.
And don't
Right.
forget Geddy Lee, who's going to be on tour with our own Lauren Gold, singing and playing the bass. And Jeff,
That's so awesome.
I know you can relate. And Paulie gives me crap about not singing all the time, but I've also told him like playing bass and singing is really
Tough.
difficult.
Yeah.
Like I can't just bass players can't just strum a chord
No.
and let it resonate for a little bit and catch your breath. It's just a different thing. I don't know how to explain it, but
Well, have a guitar players or rhythm guitar try to play a little solo and then lift your head up and sing. Phrasing totally different than the notes you're playing. That's basically what it is like playing bass. So yeah, it's not easy. You're right.
It's wild, man. So respect to all bass players that sing out there, man. Tip of the cap. Scarlet Fire says "Fire" by Jimi Hendrix.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Mr. Scarlet Fire says "Shake Your Rump" by the
Nice.
Beasties.
Nice,
Dude.
Mr. Scarlet Fire. Nice. Yeah.
Okay, Noemi Catalina always throwing curveballs in the mix. She says "Sunny." The song is "Sunny" by Bobby Hebb.
Okay.
I don't know it, but I see this is why I love the musical assignment, because now we're going to look these up and get educated. And then she says, "I Want to Be Adored" by the Stone Roses. So that's another one too.
Noemi posted earlier that she put songs that she likes to play on bass. So that was her twist on things. Very cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome, Noemi. That's great.
Which you can, talk about relating directly to the song as if you're playing the tracks. Sweet Mad Hatter from Central Oregon says Waylon Jennings' "Never Could Toe the Mark."
Nice.
I love it. Cheeksy. Look at Dom getting cheeky with Cheeksy. And it's Escobar Cheeks III is "Slang" by Jaco Pastorius, man. Come on. And
What are you going to say about Jaco? And by the way, I recommend everybody see the documentary about Jaco Pastorius. And it was funded and made by the bass player of Metallica, Robert Trujillo. I actually got to interview Robert Trujillo about that film years ago. And it's really, really good. If you're a fan of bass guitar, I highly recommend the Jaco Pastorius documentary. It's outstanding.
I haven't seen it, Paulie. Have you seen it, Jeff? I haven't seen it.
I have not. I need to check that out.
It's out there. It's on one of the services. It's on Prime or Hulu. It's out there somewhere, but it's worth it, you guys. Trust me, you'll love it.
Hey, Jeff, I'm planning a date night for you and I. I'm going to come up there. We're going to fish all day, and then we're going to watch the Jaco documentary at night. Is that cool?
That's a great night. That's a great freaking night and day right there. That's a home run. Yeah.
Done. That's awesome.
Man, I'll talk to you offline, as they say.
Sounds great.
Steve Groschel says "Crash Course in Brain Surgery."
That's heavy. That's it. Wow. That's on that little Garage Days EP. That's a great call, Groshi. I'm with you on that one. I'm totally with you. In fact, that's going to be, I guess that's Jason Newsted when he first joined the band after Cliff passed away. So nice, Grosh. Nice, brother.
And look at his honorable mention too, "Falling to Pieces" by Faith No More. Damn, Grosh.
Great song.
Done. Nicely done. Where are we now? Greg Trela. Greg Trela, musical assailant alumni. Greg Trela says "Sultans of Swing" by Dire Straits.
Hell yeah.
And then the iconic Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes, which is
another life-changing riff. I mean, really, I think that's been now rated the best or the greatest rock and roll riff ever, something like that. I think
it's become like the arena anthem.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah. Beat LA Jessica says "Rage Killing in the Name of."
Nice.
Yeah. That's great. Good call. Underrated bass playing on Rage Against the Machine's first two albums. Miriam checks in. She says, "YYZ."
Well, somebody had to do it. I mean, I was this close to doing Geddy Lee, but then I figured somebody else will do Geddy, so I'll back off of that. But thank you, Miriam, for representing the Rush community. Because, what are you going to say about Geddy Lee? I mean, the guy is a monster. I mean, he's an absolute monster on the bass. So thank you for that one, Miriam. All right,
Paulie, hold on. I'm going to pause the songs for a second and just be good about getting to the supers really quick. Patty from Napa says, sorry, that's blocking Jeff. I'll get it off really quick. Thank you, Jeff. This was a very fun assignment. Patty from Napa says. And then we have Gravy Graves saying, my second choice is Fairies Wear Boots by Black Sabbath.
Hell yeah.
First choice was 46 and 2 by Tool.
Wow.
And then Noemi Catalina is a super. And Noemi, thank you so much for the super. She says, Paulie, I think you could pull off Sunny very well. If you ever decide to include it in your Paulie Mac and Friends set list, I'd love to sit in on bass. I love it.
Hey, Noemi, thank you. I don't know the song, to be totally honest, but I will check it out. And I got to tell you, so the last time we had a gig, Jeff Faust right here, he sat in with us for the second set, and we were going double bass attack, dude.
Yeah.
Fausty, we've been talking about bringing Tony up next time. It's never been done before. 3 bass players on stage at once. I don't think it's ever happened, but I think that's going to be some ground we need to break, dude. Fausty, my bass player, David Drutz, and then Tony, just a 3-man weave on bass.
Yes.
Let's go. And then Noemi. Yeah, let's get Noemi up there too.
Before we go on, I got to pause for a moment. I love what I seen your pictures yesterday of all the stars.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, who stole the show was Patty.
Yeah.
I saw someone post supermodel-esque. Supermodel gangster. Every photo she was in, there's all these celebrities, and here she is stealing the shot. So props to Patty. I really enjoyed looking at those pics. So yeah, that's
nice.
I see why you call her that. Hands down.
Oh, dude, no, I second everything Fausty said. Yeah, Patty was gorgeous. She's a gangster, and we're all just kind of serving Patty in the long run. She's running the show here, man. No question.
And Jeff, I truly meant it. The look on her face, she was pure determination during the auction. It was so fun.
She's not going to be denied. Patty makes her mind up about something. It's happening, folks. I can promise you. Yeah.
Boom. We continue on with
we digress. We digress.
Yeah, no, all about digressions. Rags is Stone in Love by Journey.
Ross Valerie on bass. Hell yeah, Rags. Good choice, brother. Good choice.
Oh, fantastic. And then we said to Gravy's 46 and 2 by Tool. And he also said Fairies Wear Boots is his honorable mention. Badges, Stinking Badges. What's up, Greg? He says anything by Sade.
Wow.
That's a great bass player. Yeah.
Nice.
Agree with that. Think of something. That just made me think of something. I got to do something.
Underrated. Yeah. Geez, there's some phenomenal songs. Yeah,
dude, look at Stevie B. This is a great choice, Stevie B. Stone Temple Pilots, Robert DeLeo, Tripping on a Hole in a Paper Heart. That is a great call. Great tune, great call, Stevie B. And then I can't read. What does he say?
A mug of a Nikki D Francesco. Yeah.
The mug of a Nikki D. And also Andrew Bird Can Sing by the Beatles with Paul and the basses. Honorable mention for Stevie B. Nikki D. Francesco, the mug of a Nikki D, says Excursions by A Tribe Called Quest. Nice, man. And then Dommy Dom is wrapping it up with Allman Brothers in Memory of Elizabeth Reed.
Beautiful.
And Pulling Teeth, Anesthesia, Cliff Burton's Metallica, and NIB. So there
that
we go.
Is such a great bass.
The demise of my poor wrist. Each player in Liz Reed gets this solo and they peek out, but the bass is behind every one of those. So here we go again. I got to grind again through another solo. The bass gets no rest in that song. It wipes my hand. But really, some amazing lines that Oakley plays on that Liz Reed. Really cool. Awesome.
Dude, always been one of my very favorite Allman Brothers songs. And in my opinion, one of the greatest instrumentals ever written and recorded and played by in any genre. Elizabeth Reed is, shout out Dickie Betts, rest in peace. He wrote that. Dickie Beats wrote Elizabeth Reed. God bless him. All right, Tony, real quick before we go, Tony, Paulie, and Jeff Faust, I want to give some love to Standard Deviant for sponsoring the music assignment. So let's talk SD real quick. We have 2 beautiful locations in San Francisco. The original is in the Mission District. It's 280 14th Street. Then, of course, the P&P Clubhouse hangout spot is Pier 70 in San Francisco. We've had all the P&P familia down there multiple times now for different occasions, and we'll do it again. We'll have another Christmas party at the end of the year. We'll go down to Standard Deviant and do it again. Come on by. If you haven't seen it yet, both locations, are 100% committed to the city. They have shuffleboard availability. They got flat screen TVs. You can go in there tonight and watch Game 3, OKC and the Spurs, watch some Giant baseball. And these are big spaces. There's plenty of room. So you can bring your little league team in there. Great for private occasions too. If you want to have a birthday party, a bachelor party, girls' night out, whatever the case, they can accommodate very large groups because these are really big spaces. Creative Tony is going to talk to you about the beers in just a second. I would like to remind everybody that when you go to the Pier 70 location, you have some of the best bay views in the city. It's literally right across the street from the bay. It's such a cool spot in the Dogpatch neighborhood. So stop on by Standard Deviant, either location. Enjoy the coldest tasting beer in San Francisco, guys, and everyone is welcome. That is a point they really want to hammer out there and get that across, that both locations are open door policy. We don't care what you look like. We don't care how you dress. Come on in. Everybody's welcome. And both locations, Tony, also committed to providing safe spaces for all people from all walks of life. And then, as I said, Ask Inquire with Mark DeVito, the great Mark DeVito, man, great friend of ours and a great sponsor, great partner on the show. Should you want to have a birthday party, a private party, an occasion of any kind, bachelor, bachelorette, whatever, talk to Mark DeVito. He'll set you guys up. Tony, do a little breakdown of the beers, and then we'll dive into the final music assignment segment.
And Paulie, when I break down the beers, why don't you try one more time to leave and de-blur and come back?
I'll be back.
Okay?
I'll be
one
back.
more effort, and I'll talk about the beers real quick because I am going to go to Standard Deviant today right after the show, and I'm going to pick up a 12-pack for my weekend in Half Moon Bay, and I like to share the good word about Standard Deviant to people that I'm going to be with over the weekend. What you can do is you can mix your 6-packs with any of their beers. So I'm going to get some Stud Light, which is their light beer. It's about 4.5%. You can get a 6-pack of mixed beers, 12-ounce cans. You can get a case of mixed cans. You can also get a Crowler or a Crowler 3-pack. That's the 32 ounces that they have. You can also get a 5-gallon keg. If you're hosting a party, graduation time, you need some beer on hand, call Standard Deviant. Go to Standard Deviant's Instagram page, instagram.com/Standard Deviant Brewing, at Standard Deviant Brewing on Instagram, and you can order online or you can give them a call online. 6-packs, 12-packs, Crowlers, and kegs, all available for their Kolsch, their Pilsner, their Hefeweizen, their Saison, Hazy Pale Ale, Comet Pale Ale, Hazy IPA, Tree People IPA, their Hop on Muni IPA, their Porter, which is fantastic, by the way. All those are available for mixed cases, mixed 6-packs, and 5-gallon kegs. Check out their website, standarddeviantbrewing.com. And you can also, again, check out their Instagram page for Standard. Oh, you're better. You're better. Look at that.
Feeling good, looking good. Yes, rock and roll.
And yeah, and also I was just telling Paulie, I'm going there after the show, picking up some beer for the weekend, and highly recommend. They're open from 2 o'clock to, I think, 11 o'clock on the weekends. They open at 4 o'clock on the weekdays. StandardDeviantBrewing.com if you want to make an order. We love the whole posse there, that it begins with Mark and the curly mustache. Love Standard Deviant Brewing. I always want to say it too fast, but they're great people, great beer, and they're very inclusive. They're all inclusive. They want welcome all comers, and they're pet friendly and kid friendly as well.
Jeff, I like that new addition. What is this little accoutrement you've got there in the hat? What is that? What are you doing, bro?
So my topic, I'm going to curveball, and then I want to hear your guys some thoughts. But I'm probably going to curveball everybody because I want to chat, ironically, about EDM music.
Okay.
Because my daughter Jackson is really into this music. She's been bugging me to get in this music forever. And she always used to tell me, it's a lot like the Grateful Dead scene. Now back up. When she was born, I used to dance with her to Grateful Dead music. She's been raised a Deadhead. She knows the music. She's been to further festivals. Jerry was gone, unfortunately, by the time she was born. She knows the Dead scene, so she's aware of it. She kept telling me, you got to go to these shows because they're a lot like the Grateful Dead. Well, I ended up at her house one weekend. She took me to a rave, and it just blew me away. It literally changed my life, the way I look at music and bass. And so she's really influenced my musical abilities. But I was blown away because there's a lot of cool things about the scene. I mean, there's peace and love and colorful costumes, and people put out their blankets, and they have reunions, and they do group hugs, and really into music, and they dance. And I'm like, holy crap, this is like the Dead scene. Now, totally opposite music. But it is like the Dead scene from a love and cultural perspective. So I was, blown away with things. Then the music starts, and there's a lot of things that are different about it. The bass, the feel is unlike any show. If I'm just telling your fans, you got to go to an EDM show somehow. Now, a lot of them do these big lightning in a bottle, these huge festivals. I don't like big crowds, but sometimes they'll do individual shows. Go to one. You've never felt bass like you'll feel at an EDM show. It literally rocks your body more intensely than I've ever felt.
Wow.
The music has these things called drops where the beat will drop and then bounce right back in and just boom. It's really, really blowing. The lasers go and it really is a total body experience and it really is very spiritual and it really blew me away. The bass rattles so much. I don't know if anybody's used power tools and when you turn them off, you can kind of feel the vibration.
Yeah, totally.
Your body vibrates for hours.
Wow.
I woke up the next morning and I'm vibrating still. And I actually got worried going, is this going to end? Is this going to stop? It does. And then you crave it. Like, I want that feeling again. You just need to listen to this music loud. And so then I reached out and said, I want more. Can you give me more music? And she made me this amazing playlist on Spotify. Nice. And I've been driving a lot because I've moved up here by the lake and I'm cranking this music and it's just really, really misunderstood. It's really an amazing genre. Yeah. There's so much more to it than I ever thought. So here I am, Deadhead, where I would, if you asked me, a year ago, I'd be talking Oakley solos and Mountain Jam. I'd be talking Phil Lesh and Eyes of the World. There's some amazing, jam band scenes, but EDM, unmatched. I mean, as far as bass, tone, and sound, the songs I'm going to pick for your playlist are so incredible. They also go around and giving people gifts. And this is one thing they do. They're called sprouts. And when you're done, you kind of get home and you look at yourself and you're like, where do these come from? They're like all over my body. People sneak up and they put them on you without you noticing. And you come home and you're just like decorated. It is really, really amazing. My daughter's boyfriend, Kane, they were really great at kind of showing me the scene, and her and him are just great at kind of showing me, teaching me the scene. So it really, really just blew me away. Like, they have clever names to bands like Han Solo or San Holo. Alice in Wonderland. I mean, they have these really interesting band names, and they have these guest vocalists. So you have a male EDM artist that has female singing. It's just like peace and love. It's just a really, really amazing community. So it's just totally blew my head. So I really wanted to spend time kind of chatting, kind of sharing that experience with the PMP Army. It changed my life. It really, really has changed the way I look at bass. And I don't look at that music. I thought they just put on a tape, and how dumb is that? Oh no, there is real musicianship that goes in. Some of these guys play live. There's a guy who plays the sax live, and it's pretty incredible music. So anyway, that's kind of my intro to EDM. I'll share some more about when we get to the song selection, but that's really what I want to chat about. But I wanted to kind of hear what you guys got going. But I'm sure that in the spirit of Giants and baseball, I want to throw this massive curveball to kind of chat about EDM. So
you know what's funny about this, dude, is it's funny you're saying all this, Jeff, because I had the exact same conversation with the guy who plays bass in my little band, David Drutz. He has a daughter who is a freshman at USF. He gave me the exact same rap. He's a hardcore deadhead. Yeah. He plays bass and all this. And his daughter, he's been to a couple of these EDM things. I think his was at the Cow Palace.
Okay, cool. Nice.
He told me that the first thing that blew him away is that it goes all night. Like, they don't stop at 11. They don't stop at this thing's rolling 2, 3, 4 in the morning. These guys are still going nuts. So you guys have both effectively sold this to me to the point where I do want to check it out. And I will check out an EDM thing. And Tony, I don't know about
show together. Yeah, we'll go to a show together.
Yeah, dude, let me know. Fausty, for real. Let me know when you're going. I'll jump in the car and we'll hit it together. Tony, what do you got? I see you got
Please let me know too, because same thing, Jeff and Paulie, that Fishhead, Deadhead, live music, right? And I for a while I was a big snob, like, I don't want to just go watch a DJ. I want to watch live musicians. That was my big thing. That's why I was anti. My brother-in-law Rob was like, hey dude, I need you to take you. I bought you a ticket. You're just coming with me. And he took me to see the Swedish House Mafia at Chase Center.
Ooh.
And it was one of the craziest experiences I've ever had in my life.
All right, I'm in. I want to get crazy.
He goes, Tony, we're not going up to the seats. We're going to stand on the floor because I want you to feel the vibrations.
That's what Fausty was saying. Yeah.
On the floor. So we stood on the floor, and it was ridiculous. And the way that they the gear that they choose to use exemplifies that. And it really just, the power, and then the lights are just the lights that they have choreographed to music. it's a whole experience, man. And
I'm down. And I got to tell you too, Tony, I'm down with getting some sprouts. You know what I mean? I want some people to come and sprout me, man. Like
I promise you, I'll start sprouting people too. Like that sounds
I'll
like a
sprout
ton
everybody. You walk across my path, you're getting sprouted.
You got to bring little gifts. I got this little duck handed me at one point too, which was amazing because they had no idea. My youngest daughter, whose name is Ella, she goes to University of Oregon, the Ducks. So just all these little amazing connections that happen at these shows.
All right, man. Well, that's it. It's done. So next time there's an EDM gig, Fausti, reach out. Let us know. I'm coming. I'm coming with you.
Absolutely.
Hey guys, hold on too. Karen Bell. She's a super on the show, and she says, "I'm cheating. Didn't get the assignment in, and I'm late. Here are my bass ideas." Bill Withers, lovely day.
Lovely day. Great track.
Zeppelin. How many more times?
Oh, dude. Boom, 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 boom. That, dude, ferocious. That's
another life-changing bass line for certain.
Totally.
Right. UFO, Doctor, and Sade. Is it a crime?
Sade again, yeah.
Sade again.
All right. Well, thank you, Karen Bell with the red glasses. You have a great weekend, and I hope to see you soon. All right. You know what, boy? I'm going to start this bad boy off. I got 2 tracks today, and I think this is a guy that hasn't been mentioned yet today, and I'm kind of surprised, but I'm psyched at the same time because let me be the first to shout out the great John Entwistle with The Who.
Nice.
So this is Quadrophenia. This is one of the master works of Pete Townsend. It's a double album, concept record. There's a couple of big hits on here. Love Rain on Me, 515. There's, it's The Who, man. But the opening track of this album is called The Real Me. And it's just one of those like really angry rockin' Pete Townsend songs. But the bass really drives this song. Like if you listen to the bass, John Entwistle is all over the place on this song. And he's really driving it. Like in my mind, Fausti, like as much of a force as Pete Townsend is and Keith Moon, because they're all flying at a high level on this album. But Entwistle, in my mind, is the star of the show. So I'm going to start this with The Real Me, because he's kind of going back and forth with Roger Daltrey. Like Daltrey sings a line and Entwistle's like, but he's all over the place. So The Real Me by The Who is my
His nickname was the Ox because he was just such a force. It's just incredible. He played both sides of his fingers. He'd go up and down with really amazing. No one else does that.
Insane. And he was just renowned. I mean, most bass players will acknowledge John Entwistle as being just one of the most ferocious players of all time. And how about his nickname, Jeff? Thunder Fingers. That was his nickname, Thunder Fingers. And it was appropriate. All right, second one. This is kind of a curveball out of nowhere, but I was looking through my records last night and I'm like, you know what, dude? There is a really funky bass line. And by the way, naughty little album cover here from the Rolling Stones. This is the Undercover of the Night album. And that's the song. The song I'm going to select, my second track, is Undercover of the Night. One of those kind of early 80s Stone singles. It was a hit on the radio. They did not tour on this record, but if you listen to Bill Wyman, he's kind of going back and forth with Keith on this one, where Keith's like, bow, 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 bow. And then here comes Wyman. Like he's slapping, like Wyman is actually slapping during the jams in this tune. So I'm going The Real Me by The Who, and I'm going Undercover of the Night. And then Russell does like this run. Jeff, he goes up the bass. After Jagger goes Undercover of the Night, and Wyman's like, he does this really smooth run up the neck. So great bass on Undercover of the Night. Tony, the floor is yours, my man.
Whew, tough to follow that, man. And then Jeff, you're gonna wrap it up for us. You're gonna be the closer that the Giants so desperately need right now. So be the closer.
Totally.
Today. Okay, Paulie, I'm gonna follow that up. Phenomenal selections. I just gotta say, I just want to mention Ramble On by Led Zeppelin and John Paul Jones, because like the I feel like he's one of the unsung bassists that doesn't get enough love in the bass discussion. And the Ramble On bass player, the Ramble On bass line is just that boo 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 boo.
It's beautiful.
So I'm going to give honorable mention to that. Okay. And then I also, only because I just thought of this, right? Actually, I just thought of this because when somebody mentioned Sade, it reminded me of the song Ascension by Maxwell. If you know the artist Maxwell, the song Ascension, the bass line carries the entire song, and it is a beautiful, repetitive bass line. And by the way, and Jeff, you could probably relate to this, I feel like playing repetitive bass lines like reggae music and this type of groove is almost more difficult than roaming around on the neck because you have to be so consistent.
Yeah.
And it's really challenging. And that's why reggae music is the reason I wanted to start playing bass, because I wanted to play those repetitive bass lines, those hypnotic bass lines. And this is one of them. It's like boom, ba-dum, boom, ba-dum, boom, ba-dum, ba-dum, boom, 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 boom. Okay, Noemi says she can play that bass line, so you know what I'm talking about. Okay, and Leslie says Ascension, Maxwell.
You mentioned stick figure occasionally. I've heard you guys talk about stick figure. There's an EDM artist called Ganja White Nights, and they do a cover with stick figure.
Wow.
Who Set the World on Fire? I think World on Fire is a
World on Fire. Yes,
stick figure song.
Yes,
they do one called "Who Set the World on Fire," and Ganja White Night throws these things on top. So yeah, very cool.
Okay, Jeff, you've got me in the palm of your hand. Please take me. Please take me to the next gig you're going to. Please, because this sounds incredible. And if you're gonna do EDM stick figure style, let's go. Because stick figure has reeled me in because they play roots reggae style music, and you don't hear a lot of that. There's another artist named Chronix. It's CHRONIXX, Chronix, another good reggae artist that a buddy of mine turned me on to. So you know what? Let's put Maxwell Ascension on the list.
Got it.
Because I got to give honorable mention to Fishes Down with Disease, the song Down with Disease, because it's a lot of times they open the second set with it, and it starts out with Mike Gordon getting all trippy with all of his pedals, and then all of a sudden he locks into boom, boom, ba-dum, ba-dum, boom, boom, ba-dum, boom, boom, boom. And it's a bass line that just grabs you, and it's the theme of the song, Down with Disease by Fish. Please check it out, everybody. I'm not going to put it on the list because the versions are too long, and we'll keep the playlist more succinct. But check out Down with Disease, any live version. The one I love the ones from the Gorge and from Dick's and from MSG.
And Tony, real quick, while you're talking about the playlist, just as a reminder to any newcomers, we have a public playlist on Spotify, and right after the show, I will add all these songs. Come Together by the Beatles for the audience, because I got multiple votes. My Who song, Rolling Stone song, I got Ascension by Maxwell, and all you got to do is go to Spotify, name of the playlist, just search for PMP 26. And we add to it every week after we do the show. So enjoy, because there's a lot of good stuff on there. But Tony, go ahead. So what's your second? I got Ascension. You got your honorable mentions. Finish strong, brother.
Finish strong. This song is because it's one of the first songs I learned on bass to play in my old band with Bob Marcucci, Paulie, your current drummer. When we used to rehearse, we used to, and this isn't necessarily a bass player playing this, but it's bass notes played on keys by the frickin' legendary Herbie Hancock.
Nice.
And I gotta go with the track Chameleon, because it's one of the first tracks I learned how to play for one of our live sets. And I just listened to it on the drive up to the LVP studio today, and it's like boom, 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 boom. Ba-dum, boom, 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 ba-dum, boom, boom, boom. And then the whole song takes off from that bass line that Herbie Hancock is playing on keys. I played it on bass in our band, and it was so freaking fun to play because, well, just check out Chameleon by Herbie Hancock, but put it on the list, Paulie, because it's just a bass-driven masterpiece by Herbie Hancock. So,
okay, Tony.
Maxwell, Ascension, and Herbie Hancock, Chameleon.
And by the way, I want to say one quick thing to you guys, too, because I think you'll appreciate this. Tony, before Fausti finishes us off today, you know how you were saying, like, sometimes you think it's harder to just repeat a phrase over and over. And okay, so check this out. I heard this years ago. The band Jane's Addiction I love the bass player in Jane's Addiction, Eric Avery. To me, he is
monster.
He's what gives that thing like an organic, like ebb and like it's not rigid. It's very loose. Like their thing kind of rolls and flows, their whole groove. But when he joined the band, this is what I heard his audition was like. Perry Farrell gave the singer of the band, he gave Eric Avery like a bass pattern. He goes, hey, I need you to play this riff. And he made him play the riff for like an hour without stop. I'm not kidding. That was his audition. He made him play the same riff over and over while Perkins like backed him on drums. And Perry was like freestyling vocals over the top. But once they saw that he could do that, they were like, okay, you're the guy. You're hired. You're in the band. But that was it. They made him play that one phrase like better, and he had to do that for almost an hour. Isn't that crazy?
But it makes sense though, right, Jeff? I mean, doesn't that's a great test to put somebody through to know if you got the chops or not? Because it's so hard to do.
Carpal tunnel test for bass players. Yeah, if you can't grind like that, you got carpal tunnel. You're not my bass player. That's
nice.
Right.
Okay, so Fausti, dude, I just looked up. Fausti's got another sprout, dude. They're like they're reproducing.
I'm telling you.
He's up to a 3-pack, dude. We got.
They just keep growing. I'm telling you, you get in the scene and things happen to you that you're not really aware of. So
Fausti, man, it's so great. It's so great having Jeff Faust with us today, man. So let's
appreciate you guys having me on. So
Fausti, finish strong, brother. This is it. We're going into the weekend on this, so let's wrap it up strong.
Sweet. So I'm gonna shout a few songs again. These are EDM stuff. You guys have kind of called out the classic rock. You guys are picking all the great, which I figured was going to happen. So I'm going to leave all those alone. But
okay,
I mentioned Ganja White Nights before. They have a song called Mask Off, which please go search it in Spotify. It is going to trip you out. The words are pretty incredible. That's the other thing I like about it is they have words that make you really, really think, especially if you happen to be tripping. I know some people in the scene are and some aren't. That's the other thing I liked about that scene, Like the Dead. Some people are not into that, and some people are, and they all can commingle, and that's a great thing.
Totally.
But they have a song called Mask Off. That's really, again, really, really trippy.
Okay.
Probably one of my favorite EDM artists is a guy named Grizz. Capital G, capital R, lowercase I, capital Z, Grizz. He plays saxophone when he plays live. He's got just great funky stuff. He's got a song called Getting High and Having Fun. It's just super funky and kind of about what you'd think it'd be, having fun. He just launched this song called BBFL, which is, bass, beats, funk, and love. That's what that stands for. Again, kind of summarize the song. But my choices actually are going to be Grizz's Found Your Love. So that's one of my choices by Grizz, Found Your Love. It's got everything I'm kind of chatting about. It's got guest vocals. It's got an amazing drop, monster sax solo at the end. You'll know the drop. For those who haven't listened to EDM, you'll see it. What I like about this song, it happens early and then again late, and right after the late one, he rips in this monster sax solo, which is just phenomenal. So anything by Grizz is great, but that's going to be my choice.
Okay.
Found Your Love.
Okay.
My next one is an artist called Effin. I mentioned really interesting names by band names. This is an artist called Effin. It's EFFIN is what this artist is called.
Nice.
He's got a song called Dreams Come True.
Okay.
Which you've got to crank this up. Don't put this casually on. Wait till you're in the car. Crank this song. It will flip your head when the bass drop happens. It's bass tone. I don't know how he does it. I kind of describe it as a splashing bass. It's keyboard bass, but it is the most unique bass sound I think I've ever heard in my life. I am on a quest to figure out what the hell is he doing? How is he doing this? So I'm kind of going on the path of how these guys create this stuff, and I'll eventually get there, but I got to figure out what he does. So again, Effin, Dreams Come True is my other choice. He's really great. My daughter's favorite artist is Slander. My daughter Jackson, I mentioned earlier. Yeah. Anything by Slander is great. There's another guy named Jai Wolf, JAIWOLF. Indian Summer is another song. Great songs. So those are songs I really love. Another artist, Enzo, another one of my favorite artists. Anything by him is really fantastic. So I'm shouting out those. But again, my choice, Grizz, Found Your Love, and Effin' Dreams Come True.
Dude,
funky enough. I think you guys will enjoy it, even though if you're into classic rock, hopefully you'll appreciate those.
No, dude, I'm actually really glad you went into that realm because I have all this written down. Grizz, Found Your Love, Effin' Dreams Come True, and I want to get turned on to some of this stuff. So, Fausti, thank you for sharing this. And real quick, two things. One, tell your daughter Jackson we say hello because we met her last year at the ball game when we all came out.
That was Ella.
That was Ella. Oh,
that was my youngest Ella. Yeah.
Okay.
Who's an amazing person as well. Great artist as well. We'll chat about her. But no, this is my oldest who lives in Denver, Jackson. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, we'll give them both our best. And then last thing before you go, I had one last thought today on the bass because I sang this song with you one time, and I think it was at the Lafayette gig, the Lafayette Town Theater. We did Dreams together, which is I freaking love that song by the All. I saw them play some great versions of that at the Beacon Theater back in the day. But that bass line is kind of like one of those repetitive boom, 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 boom. I mean, he's doing that basically like most of the song, right, Fausti?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, he's bouncing around, then he plays when there's a solo gone, he's floating up there. There's a version out there, and I've been kind of on the hunt to re-find it. The song is in D. There's a song where Oakley never plays a D in that song.
Wow.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah.
Phenomenal that he can actually not touch that note and have the song be in D. It's mind blowing. So that's just Oakley is. I mean, that's what I mean. That's where I was gonna go originally about bass, but I really had to kind of talk about EDM. It's so
I'm
new.
so glad you did, Jeff. I am so glad you did.
It's better because you're turning people on, like me. Like I want to open that door and go through. So, Fausti, brother, we love you, man, and thank you for being a part of this today. You're tremendous. We will update the playlist literally within the next 15 minutes. We'll have that thing loaded up. So PMP 26. On Spotify. Tony, what's it called on Apple? Yours, the one you built?
It's PMP 25 as well. 26. I copied you, Paulie. PMP 26, and I'll update it. But Paulie, stand by because Jeff Faust has there's other supers for Jeff Faust.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Third choice was Papa Was a Rolling Stone by the Temptations.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Los. Yep.
It's got a weird count to that bass line. That is not an easy bass line at all. We played that once before, and that is not, you got to pay attention. That is a tough one. Great call, Los.
Great call, Los. Not a surprise either. I love Los's R&B and soul funk vibes.
Yeah.
And then also Escobar Cheeks the third is a super again. He says it wasn't said, but my number 2 and number 3 picks were Ace of Spades by Motorhead.
Oh yeah,
and Runaway by Jamiroquai. Dude, Jamiroquai is another great call, man. Their rhythm section's incredible. He says funky space line. You'll hear, you won't regret it. You are spot on, Escobar. Jamiroquai, great call. And then our very own Dom Peralta says, shout out to Jonathan Wolf.
Nice.
Leader of the iconic Seinfeld intro, synth and vocal beatbox melodies. Great call, Dom.
That is a great call.
Another life-changing bass line. I mean, geez, how can we have that? Wow, that is just, it really is. That's awesome.
Well, then I got to come over the top with one final one, dude. And this was a show like I vaguely remember from my childhood. I never really saw the episodes, but I remember the theme song. Gentlemen, that opening bass lick to Barney Miller. Boom, ba ba boom, ba ba boom, ba da ba da ba da ba da. Yo, dude, all over the place, smooth as hell. So, great TV theme song, bass lines. Maybe that'll be another one. Maybe that'll be another assignment down the road.
It's a great assignment, TV songs. Yeah.
Fausti, we love you, brother. Have a great weekend. Gig well, and I'll see you out there on the road soon. And we will hook up separately as well. So, thank you, Jeff Faust. Have a great weekend, bro.
Thank you. Thanks, Steve, for making this happen. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah. Thank you, Jeff.
Tony, let's finish with some Longbridge Pizza love, and then we're going to send everybody. Do a 2-hour jam today. Tony, is this our longest show ever?
No, we're approaching it. We're definitely approaching it, but that was just, again, man.
Now, Fausti rules, dude. I love Fausti. He's a good vibe machine. He's just, he's a really good dude to hang with and a wickedly talented bass player himself.
He downplays it. He always downplays it, but
all the great ones do. All the really good, talented people do.
He is an incredible musician, incredible bass player, and he adds so much to the Freestone Peaches sound. Check them out again, freestonepeaches.com. Get to a show this summer. They're doing a bunch of shows this summer around the Bay Area, as we mentioned at the beginning of the musical assignment. But that was great, Paulie. I loved that assignment. I love every single time somebody comes on to join us for the musical assignment. It's fantastic. If you want to do it, email us pauliespod@gmail.com. Low Steve, thank you for sponsoring, Jeff. You can sponsor somebody, you can do it yourself, but let's keep the train rolling with the musical assignment guests.
And honestly, to being totally honest, I mean, people ask us a lot. They'll be like, hey, what can we do to help you guys? You can help sponsor a segment like that, really, for real. Like, and we ask for $100 donation. You can leave 75 too. That's cool, whatever. But please do stop on by. We would love to have more of you on the show. pauliespod@gmail.com. All right, last thing. Thank you, Longbridge Pizza. Happy birthday, Neil Denardi. Listen, you talk about favorite people of all time. Neil Denardi. I mean, we invented a trophy for the guy, the Denardi trophy, dude. It's a spin-off of the Lombardi trophy, but instead of a football mounted, it's a slice of pizza on a downward angle, and we presented that to Neil.
Paulie, it sits proudly on the wall of like one of the mantles in Longbridge Pizza's dining room.
100%. And that was a Don Peralta creation. He created the actual object there. So great job on that. But again, Longbridge Pizza, if you haven't been baptized yet, Get your butt down there. Bring the kids, bring your wife, bring the boyfriend, whatever you got out there, bring them on down. And then you guys are going to come back next week and be like, oh, thanks, Paulie Mac. You were right. That pizza is killer. And I'm never, ever going to ever steer you in the wrong direction when it comes to pizza. Tony, that would ruin my rep. Like, right. I think people know, like, Paulie Mac knows two things. He can talk Niners and he can talk pizza and Grateful Dead. Make it a threesome. But I would never steer you in the wrong direction. And Longbridge Pizza is beyond legit. 2347 3rd Street. Laid back vibe, serious pizza. In fact, I'm sure they have the show on right now. So what's up, Longbridge? Hope you guys are enjoying your Friday. Back to the oven where we belong. Tony, the variety of pizzas on tap. I mean, you just get your ass in there and ask for the Polymac particle pie or the Nico or the Sophia or the loading dock or the hot and what's the hot and honey. Hot and honey. It's all waiting for you. Maybe you're like Creative Tony. You don't want to be a carnivore. You're like, hey, you know what? Whip me up something without the meats. No problem. They do vegetarian options. They do vegan options. They also have gluten-free options. So Neil is very aware, and he's going to make sure everybody is satisfied. Wednesday, Stevie B out of Jersey will tell you the same thing I'm about to tell you. Best damn chicken parm sandwich on the West Coast. That's the end of that discussion. It's the best chicken parm on the West Coast. Period. End of story. And I'm so glad. Thank God Neil makes the. Oh, all right. I'm going to let you take it from here so I can just drool. I just want to look. Yeah. See. Oh my God.
There it is. That's the drunk cluck and the chicken parm that they're showing there. And it's just, the food is ridiculous. The beers, the beer selection. They, by the way, probably the standard deviant on tap now at Longbridge as well.
Nice. By the way, Rags checking in. Tony is meat curious after all. Well, you know, it's true. Rags and I are meat curious, but we've exploded the curiosity. We're way beyond it. We're into the exploration kind of portion of the show now. Rags and I explore the meats. Tony's still getting kind of his feet wet there. He's meat curious. But anyway, go ahead, T.
Also, don't forget the Signor Pizza that is available at Longbridge right now. And it's tomato sauce, mozzarella, cheddar, chorizo, red onion, spicy pickled peppers, queso fresco, crema, Cholula, and cilantro. You can also order the Senorita, which is a veggie version without the chorizo. So you can do the Senor with the chorizo or the Senorita without the chorizo. And again, I think that pizza might be around longer than just the month of May because people are really enjoying the Senor. But get down to Longbridge, and also longbridgepizza.com if you want to order ahead of time. Go to longbridgepizza.com and do your order online. And again, if you want to hire Neil and the Pizza Wagon to come to one of your events, graduation time again, birthday parties, any type of special event. He's doing my horseshoe tournament August 29th. Events at longbridgepizza.com is the email address. Events at longbridgepizza.com. Ask Neil to come to your event and you guys can work something out. But we love the partnership we've got with Andrew and Neil and everybody.
Andre, you know what I mean?
Andre. I took a picture of all those guys the other day because the Monday Jerry Day fundraiser was such a success. Jerry and the Jerks, 2 sets, Tom Murphy on hand, the organizer, and just the whole spirit of Jerry Day was on hand, and people showed up. Stevie B was there. We had a bunch of guys from down where I live on the peninsula that showed up, and Rising Wolf, and Your Mom Is Cool, and Captain Leisure, and it was just a great time had by all. So great job to Steven, who put the Jerry Day fundraiser together, and everybody at Longbridge Pizza. They care about the community and they want to give back. So just know that when you spend money at Longbridge Pizza, you're also giving back to the local communities, Paulie.
No question. No, they're very community minded down there. And thank you, Neil. And again, belated happy birthday, my brother. Hope you had a great one and hope you have a great weekend. All right, PMP community, you guys have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the 3-day holiday for real. Like everybody, catch your breath, man. Have some fun. Do your thing. Go to an EDM show. Go fishing with Jeff Faust. Go to Longbridge and whack down a couple of pizzas. Tony, the last thing I'm going to leave you with is not the front cover of Undercover of the Night. Can I give you the back cover real quick to set the tone for the weekend?
Yep.
All right, you got the track listing right here. It's rather basic, but then they throw the butt at you with the Stones tattoo right there. Okay. And that's probably the last. That's all you need to get into the weekend. I'll leave you with that image. The tongue on the gluteus maximus. It's all there for you, Tony. Butt cheeks flying. Escobar, eat your heart out. You got some cheeks competition here. I just thought you guys would get a kick out of that. The Rolling Stones. Tony, if I may, being cheeky. Get it? Being cheeky.
Whose cheeks are those, you think?
I mean, it could have been any one of. We'll be polite about it and say maybe it was one of Mick's proteges, if you know what I mean. Oh, darling, get over there. Just stand still while I snap a quick shot. But there it is. The tongue on the cheek will get you every time. All right,
Paulie, on the way out, I just want to remind people, on behalf of Jeff Faust and the musical assignment, go listen to Dreams Come True by Effin, or go listen to Found Your Love by Grizz. Listen to those two tracks. Those are his selections for the musical assignment. I'm going to pump those on my drive to Half Moon Bay, Paulie. I cannot wait. But I just want to thank Los again for sponsoring Jeff and for Jeff coming on. And that was just fantastic. And thank you all for what a week, man. The Jerry Day fundraiser on Monday, the Dwight Clark Legacy Series on Wednesday. What a week, Paulie. I'm so stoked. I'm so stoked you're going to see the boss. And it's going to be Tuesday night flight, Tuesday night TNT, Tuesday night Tony, Tuesday night flight, and then Paulie will be back with me on Thursday.
Yeah, next time I talk to you guys, I'll be in the nation's capital, man, right down there with the boss and the E Street Band in Washington, D.C. I'll see you guys on Thursday. Joe Cool, thank you for the kind words. Yes, it was a big thrill for me to meet Delvin, too, because he was part of the first Niner team I ever saw when I was a little kid. He was the stud running back. So, hey, you guys, P&P Familia, much love. Lily Merchant, Karen Bell, NorCal Refrigeration, Santa Cruz Mafia, Stand Up, Dami Peralta, Escobar Cheeks, obviously, Noemi, on and on it goes. Listen, Rags and Jersey, you guys, we love you. Have a great weekend. Enjoy yourselves, and we'll be back with you next week. Help support Tony on Tuesday with the TNT show. I'll see you guys on Thursday from DC. And in the meantime, have a great weekend. Be safe out there, and cheers, y'all. Tony, take us home.
Business hours are over, baby. It's business time.
Hey, man, as Tony, as Ozzy Osbourne would say at the end of every concert, thank you and God bless you all. We love you. And we do. God bless you all. We do love you. And cheers. We'll see you next week, everybody. Have a nice weekend.
Hell yeah, everybody. Have a great weekend. Tuesday night. We'll see you Tuesday night after the Giants and D-backs, I think it is. Is it Giants D-backs next week? I forget who it is, but Giants 6:45 ball. We'll see you Tuesday night. Paulie, have a great trip. I'll be in touch.
Thanks, brother. Cheers, y'all.
Peace.